game in a way. Tells if it's very or something.
Uh,
Or Star
right.
Ocean. Star Ocean's a good comparison too. Yep, we are streaming now. So hey guys, how you doing?
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm alright.
Alright, just getting some things wrapped up here. I wish... Would it be too much to ask if you can, like, check the stream for sound quality real quick? Because I had issues with the last game I played. And I'm going to switch my border to a different page here so you don't see anything. You could just tell me if I'm coming in and if anybody else is coming in, if anybody's on there.
Alright.
I appreciate it.
Any second now. Right below.
When Google starts responding again.
It's fine to me.
Alright, so everything's coming... Okay, I appreciate it. Those things kind of help. Alright, let me get off of this game here because reasons. Don't want to hear me fishing all day. Hey, Embark, welcome to the chat. We are fixing to get started. Our usual Wednesday crew is always just a bit late. So I'm just going to start this stream and hope they get here, which I think mostly everybody's here now. Alright, settling in here. Alright, welcome and warm winds to Chaotic Calling Streaming. I'm your DM Starwind, and I'll be taking these adventures through the Kingdom of Tynak. We have Fernberg, the Circle of the Moon, Dwarven Druid.
Yeah.
Slow response, but easier. We have Bridget of Duskcrest, Grave Domain, Dwarven Cleric.
Hello everybody.
Hey, and Tazir Arcanine, the Drow Elven Shadow Sorcerer.
He pronounced my name right on the first try.
I started to stutter. Marcus Dread Knight, the Half-Elf Hexblade Warlock.
Hey, that's me.
That's you. Then I have Gideon, the Halfling Bear Totem Barbarian.
Hello.
I think right now we're missing Bar and Alamar, is that right? Or Skeletti, did you get in here?
Alright.
Hey, there you are. You're a little soft, but we have Alamar Slick Trigger, the Gnome Artificer.
Hello.
Hello. And then Bar Willow Hollow, the Halfling Mastermind Rogue, will be on autopilot. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it or not, but we'll find out. So, a few announcements. Giving away Dead Rising 4 at the end of the stream, so I'm going to be in between narrations. I'm going to be like spamming out at different places and trying to get some more views, but at the same time, you know, this is going to be free to be raffled off from anybody in chat right now. Let me get that going, by the way. Open giveaway. Oh, wait, did that... Hold on, reset that. Did that... Dead Rising 4. There you go. That's what we're giving away. There you go, yeah. So if you type raffle in the chat, and if you're following, you can definitely join in, especially my players. That'll be my little reward for everybody who's kind of helping me out here. So, now, let's get into it. Last we left off, our group of adventurers finished off Displacer Beast and started harvesting with the crystals they were given by Sylvan Smithersmon. Shortly after, they herd themselves further south back to the near entrance of the cave and proceed to try to get a long rest. On Tazir and Marcus's watch, the group was attacked by a small band of Drugar brigands who came searching the area and looked for whatever might be out there. They were able to identify the threat first, and fighting ensued. One by one, the group starts to wake up and join in on the fight. After dispatching them and finding a wand of lightning, the group then goes back to trying to get to a long rest. One of the Drugar were taken hostage and left unconscious, and the dead were removed from the open area behind where the party was camping. Gideon proceeds to use one of them, the one that was unconscious, as a teddy bear for whatever reason. The interrogation begins.
He was warm.
We'll put some clothes on. Jeez. And the Drugar that woke up is now stating his name, rank, and tag number. Just constantly spouting the same information. The Broken Hammer Brigade. And a private. Gideon tries to save the Drugar by intercepting the knife, and the Drugar... Bleh, apparently I had my thoughts jumbled when I wrote this. Gideon intercepted a knife that Fernberg was trying to use to finish him off. Bar tries to distract Gideon with a badger from the Bag of Tricks, and as Gideon is distracted, Bridget casts Toll of the Dead to finish off the Drugar. She was having none of it that day. Yes, you may, Imberg, go ahead and enter. And there was more careful exploring, scaring of kobolds, the poor badger decisions were made. All in all, it was a beautiful circle of stuff not getting quite done. End of rant. So, if I recall correctly, we were having a back and forth battle with Gideon trying to move closer to the Manticore room. But you guys managed to pull him back with Bar's assistance, because he was concerned about the badger he sent up there. But, then you went to go explore west of there to deal with the kobolds that were pelting you in the traps that they laid out. Somehow they managed to get away. I think that was exactly where we were ended, right? It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
notes.
I think we ended up after that kobold fight, just kind of around that room after making the Indiana Jones through the closing door.
Yeah, I was gonna wonder if we were gonna lose somebody to that, because that would have been a very deep separation. So with that, you all are ready to go ahead and take control here and tell me what our little group plans on doing now.
Exploring the caves.
Let me go ahead and... We're gonna go ahead and head back to the caverns where they are, my friends, and let's scoot down to where they were last at. Okay, so I got you guys over here by the kobolds where they slid through the walls and went down a slide, and you guys kind of popped back out before the door closed. I think that's where we ended. So they got away. You got one corpse on the ground in front of you, one corpse that was left inside.
We're still on the like main page, by the way. We're not in the cavern.
Oh, you're not in here with me. Yeah, I think I moved you on accident. Let me get you back over here then. There you go. Our good old dynamic lighting.
Yeah, the real bitch is finding out where your token's at, scrolling through the pitch black.
Bottom left, I think. Halfway down.
Yeah, that's right.
Somewhere down.
Alright, I see it now. That was... exciting?
But quite the word I'd use, friend, but...
Oh yeah, Bar is like trying to dust his eyes out from the stuff that got in there earlier.
Everyone's okay for the most part, though, right?
I give a thumbs up.
I was pretty eager to keep going, you guys. I blew my spiritual weapon. I only get 3 of those a day, or like 2, I don't remember.
I kind of move
Oh,
on
wow.
over and tap on the wall. It's pity this wall closed up, huh?
Is there a way to open it again?
Surely they got in somehow. Perhaps there's some kind of switch or mechanism hidden within the wall.
I turn to Bar and I say, Bar, you're pretty nifty at this kind of thing, right? Oh wait, maybe, or you, Olimar?
Bar will kind of wander in, half blind. He's like, "What? I can't see anything."
Oh! I'll go over to him and try and help him get stuff out of his eyes.
Oh, there was like a blast, I believe, that kind of blinded him, wasn't it? Like it was a blast bomb that fell from the ceiling and blew up in his eyes, and then something.
Yep.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
It was the blast
And-
bomb or Mr. Artificer's gun flask idea.
yeah, that too. So what I'm gonna do, because Bar's not here to play his character, is I'm gonna kind of disable him a bit, so he's kind of blinded until he's able to get back here. And I think he constantly failed a few checks, so we're gonna just say if you want him to do anything, it's gonna be at disadvantage. As far as like searching the wall and whatnot. It's called GM toll.
Bar only had one check to clear his eyes.
Well, I think he failed it anyway. Okay, why isn't his token connected to his character? That is why I can't get to his character sheet. There we go. So, you want him to go over there and investigate? Is that what I'm hearing? Oh, he's not. Okay, so he goes padding along the wall. He thinks he finds something, but it's just a pebble that kind of fell off the side of the wall. Nothing really happening. He's like, sorry guys, I don't see or sense anything with this wall that would actually indicate that there's a trigger to work with.
Well, perhaps it's for the best. I doubt they could really put up much of a fight anyway.
Perhaps not against us, but if we assume that other people are going to come around here, we need to make sure these taverns are safe and secure. Maybe we should go and find a different way. We didn't fully explore the part of the cavern that we were in before.
Yeah, and plus we have to think of like, what if wherever they went, they went to warn someone else or something else.
Which is very likely. The Manticore, after all, they report to it.
At about that time, you can hear like a soft grumble coming from the north.
Well, we should probably
us.
should probably head off then if that's the case.
Yeah, I don't want to really hang around here anymore either. Let's go.
Alright,
Olimar. Do you see the room to the south, Olimar? Like here, Fernberg points down towards the south room we haven't been in yet.
I don't know. Do I?
Hold on, let me turn you up on Discord. You're heaps quiet.
Can you turn your mic up any there, bud? I can barely hear you.
I mean, it gets pretty staticky if I try.
Alright.
I'm gonna very, very cautiously walk into the south room. Let's go over this.
Trying to do 100 things in the background real quick. Give me a second. There we go. Alright, so down here in the south room, you just find a bunch of like bedrolls, camping equipment, a small fire pit off against one side of the wall.
It seems we've found where they sleep.
Pretty much.
I think it's worth investigating.
So who would like to lead the investigation? And
I will give it a go.
no, right?
Yeah, any of the smart fellows.
Well, I'm just saying, is anybody assisting you? What's the situation?
I'll assist somebody if I can.
Alright, so with that, I'll let you have the advantage here. And you rolled that, so let me get the old loot box open. Free loot crates here, folks.
Woo!
So we're level... we consider level 3 still, right?
No, we're 4.
Are you 4?
Are we 4?
Well,
Oh, we are 4.
Yeah.
you find about 3 gold pieces and 40 copper, just kind of sifting through, like, the rummaging the sacks and whatnot. Let's see here if they left any useful items. No. Rummaging a little further in, you kind of find a potion of healing hidden behind a pillow. other than that, it's kind of bare in here.
Okay. I guess I'll spin around and walk out of the room and let Olimar sketch it down.
Alright.
Sort of wait down the end of the hall for the rest of the team.
Alright, so go ahead and lead everybody out. So Alamar, you take time to sketch the rest of this area, right?
Yeah.
Alright, from there, Bar suggests, in case we're worried about stuff, maybe we should check the other way before we go running towards the Manticore. Like, there was another entrance over on that other side where the Earth Elemental was. I mean, there still might be trouble
Yeah, I
over there,
think that's a good idea.
But, you know.
I'm not in a hurry to face off against something like a Manticore.
Agreed. I'll lead us there.
Alright, so you
Right.
have pretty much...
I turn back over my shoulder real quick. Is Olimar still sketching or
What are you doing, Alamar?
trailing us?
Yeah, I'm sketching whatever it is.
Okay, I'll wait for Olimar. Oh, I'll head off slowly, but
Go ahead and make a photographer kit check there. Go ahead and see how well this sketch is coming along.
Probably pretty crappy.
You never know.
Now, if my character sheet could actually work... Okay, for some reason it's not letting me pick my character sheet.
Here, try this. How about that?
Nothing.
I mean, I could...
I'll log back into Roll20.
Alright. Well, while he's doing the photographer thing, I mean, that's kind of boring work, right? What do you guys want to do?
I'll
We're heading back
guard
to
the
it.
VIP.
We're heading. Oh, we're waiting for the cartography to finish. Or
Well,
the...
consider him kind of trailing behind you. I'll kind of move him for you.
Alright.
He'll
we
make
move
his...
back up to where the...
Yeah, because as far as I could tell, just from my point of view, you guys look like you're not in any immediate threat in the nearby vicinity.
We walk back to where the Earth Elementals are.
Alright, so go ahead and move your tokens where you want to go, and like before you start to get to the entrance, I'll kind of put Bar as like the, you know, caution point to where we need to start considering how far we're going to step.
I posted my check, by the way.
Alright. Yeah, you're doing pretty good. You got this place mapped out pretty solid. Your information looks like it's getting down packed. So yeah, you guys can make out these little tunnels, right?
Talking like right here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Any immediate threats? Wow. No. Okay. Let's see. Do you want Bar to kind of lead everybody in, or
I think I
Bar is still
probably
blinded.
should.
If you use Bar as the like
I'm-
warning light, you can have him somewhere in the middle of the party. That way, if shit does go down, he's not a factor.
All right, go ahead and I'm moving him to a safe point. So if you guys want to move within
That, or
this-
if you want to move my token,
well, I'm just gonna keep him like 5 or 6 bars away from any danger. I'm just slowly trying to reveal the map. As we're moving into this hollow area, go ahead and make a round of perception. As you're all kind of keeping your ears to the grindstone, trying to listen out. It's a little ways off, but there's definitely some kind of padding going along the ground, like something's just kind of stalking back and forth. You can lightly hear like claws hitting the ground every so often.
Guys, sounds like a clawed animal is up ahead. We should be really, really cautious.
Give a nod, and I'm gonna chuck Armor of Agathis and myself.
Alright.
I creep up ahead, so I'm in front of the squishies.
Is there a way I can sit? Okay, it's gonna come to me here in a second. 1, 2. Yeah, that's what I want. Alright, yeah, I had to figure out how to fix something so I could do self-checks here without you knowing. Alright, so... how are we moving in? Are we doing this stealthily, or what's the situation?
Stealthily, yes.
Alright, let's go ahead
Well,
and get,
me at least.
let's get stealth checks from our stealth people, shall we? Nice, Fernberg. One with the shadows today.
Fat 15.
Sneaky boy.
Marcus and I are both at disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
Those in heavy plate, yeah. Or heavy armor. So that's not bad. Who else? Marcus, alright. Alright, so you guys
yeah, I'm
kinda
at 15.
yeah, you start stalking in here quietly as you can. Not his actual placement, but I will definitely move his token just to kind of give you a free reign of where you can go. So, as far as you all know, you're all hidden. And you slowly pad into the room.
I'm going to pick up a rock and I'm gonna drop it here just to check if there's a initial trap or spring trap.
Alright, so you chuck a rock. And nothing happens.
Okay. I'm going to walk
Following
into the room.
Ernberg's lead, I'm going to ask in an undertone for Bar to check for traps.
Alright. That's gonna be one tight hallway. Alright, so what are we doing down here? Asking Bar to check for traps there, or what's the situation? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we were asking him to check the traps.
Alright, so... He searches around in that opening and he turns to you and says, nothing looks like it's trapped, guys. I mean, I probably should have made that with disadvantage.
Okay, so I'm gonna nod my thanks to Bar, having a look.
Yep.
And have a look in this room to see if there's anything.
You look in there and it looks like a very empty, vacant room. The walls look like they've been crumbled down. You could see through the walls where stone is. You look down, there's like stone earth coming out of the cobble. This room's been like probably where the earth elemental was residing before you guys came along. You can see like elements of earth just kind of overlapping and showing like where it entered into the earth and came out.
I wonder what attracted that creature here, the earth elemental. I say that very quietly, just thinking to myself. And then I back out.
Alright.
Can I fit in this little cranny there?
Yeah, I think you could. You're halfling, I think that's possible. The dwarves might have a little bit more of a problem, but you can definitely fit in there. it in.
Would I be able to pull a survival check to see if I can find traces of anything organic passing here since we were glued onto the footsteps?
Go ahead and make a survival then.
Nope.
Yeah, you don't see any tracks. I mean, there's a faint scent of maybe like wet fur, damp fur maybe. Kind of similar to what you smelled before when you're fighting displacers.
It's oddly quiet in here. I did expect something else.
We should
Maybe
keep
more
moving.
elementals. Any ideas?
Perhaps I should take point and lead us in.
What?
Very well.
What is
Go ahead, what are you saying?
Which way are we going to try to go? Because it looks like there's two ways that might join up.
Yeah.
I don't know if the rest of you can fit through this tiny little gap here.
Was a pretty thin boy. Could Tazir fit through there?
Maybe with acrobatics.
And what about the dwarves?
You would probably have trouble just because you got that heavy armor on, and it's kind of blocking you from getting in there. Fernbird might, but at the same time, it would be probably either athletics or acrobatics to squeeze in there if you want. But the smaller folk, like the halflings and the gnomes, they could probably get in there pretty easy.
Well, Gideon, maybe you could go in and scout ahead for us. Well, see if there's anything of note in there. And very quietly. Well, I'll shout for trouble if you need it. And then I can heal you.
Okay.
Alright, so you squeeze in there, easy enough for you, and you see this broken down wall.
That's about all the farther I'll move for now.
This
just
whole
in
room
case.
is just kind of in shambles. You can definitely see where the earth is kind of like, you know, making another concave wall, but like the actual structure of the wall has been kind of torn up. And I need a perception check from you as you kind of make approach further north.
Don't let me down.
Good job.
I have not rolled higher than an 11.
Marcus, I'll
Pretty
let you
good.
make a perception as well.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
The hallway that is directly north of you, you can definitely hear a soft rumbling roar. Not like a manticore, but more like the displacer beast that you fought previously.
There may be more of those shrouded black beasts ahead.
And as you kind of
Oh.
peek over, you kind of see some red eyes glaring down at you.
There's definitely some of those shrouded beasts from.
Hearing that, I get into position with him.
Alright. So
I'll cast a message at Gideon and say, Gideon, we see another displacer beast.
it's in his head. You don't have to whisper. But yeah. So
I
you
have an odd idea for that.
so you hear him whispering in your head.
A question about the walls here.
What's your question?
Does this wall right here? Actually, it's I can't ping it. There it goes. Does that extend up to the tile limit there, or is that actually a half wall?
That's an actual opening. Like that goes like that's where a door used to be. But like
Okay, so it's not a block and a half wide. It's
You
just
can
the
move
one
up.
block wide.
if you want to move up one, you can probably see it better. There you go.
Like, if I sit right here,
Like it's
would I
prob-
be hidden technically out of sight from the hallway there?
No, but there's a wall right there blocking your view from the cat and you. You know what we're gonna do though? Go ahead and click your tokens. It's time to roll initiative.
Will I roll higher than an 11? Let's find out.
While that's going on, let's get back into the warm-up, shall we? As you clatter over into this hallway, Bridget, the Displacer Beast quickly notices your movements. It makes his way down the hallway. You get a glimpse of it as it passes by, Gideon. And he's going to go ahead and start wailing on the cleric who made all the noise. So with that... Alright, 11 misses, but a 25 will hit, right? And these are being rolled directly to me. You could check this one if you think I'm cheating. As one of the tentacles comes lashing out at you, you manage to bring your shield up, knock it back. However, the second tentacle slaps you in the face as you take 8 points of damage. 6 bludgeoning, 2 piercing. Kind of leaves a mark on your cheek. With that, it comes to Tazir's turn. What would you like to do, sir?
Tazir reaches down and touches his shadow. And just says, "You leave her alone!" And he's gonna cast Chill Touch. The 16 hit?
16 will hit, yes. Go ahead and roll damage.
Just 2 damage.
Just 2 damage, but it is chilly. So your shadowy figure goes slipping through the walls and starts coming around the edges and tries to grip around it, chill touching it as it does so. Anything else for your turn?
No, that's it for me.
Alright, and Alamar, it is your go, friend.
Okay. Just gonna roll with Eternal Thunder.
Alright.
Yeah, that's a failure.
So you're pulling out your gun and you're gonna fire?
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and make your attack. Oh, that was it? Yeah, that was a dud. So, you fire off. I just remembered something, but still that chill touch would have made it to where it got displaced. Okay, cool. So yeah, you fire off and that shot goes ringing down the hallway. You're hoping that you didn't wake anybody else up. Alright, anything else for your turn, Alamar?
Wasn't there a severity for if I roll a natural one?
Is that a natural one? Alright, so you'll need to use a bonus action to try to fix that. So, if you'd like, go ahead and use that to unjam your gun. So as you fired it off, the trigger just stopped for a moment, and then there was like a as the front part of your barrel chokes up.
Okay, yeah. I'll just do that. I'll fix it.
Alright. So roll me them tool check. Yeah, pretty easily enough. You're like, jammed up again, and work with it for a little bit there, and it comes free, and now you're able to use your gun again on the next turn. Anything else for your turn? Movement or anything?
That'll be all.
Alright. Bridget, this giant Displacer Beast is looking down at you with 2 tentacles ready to slap you again. What would you like to do?
I would like to. I bring out my hands and my shield out to one side and my sickle out on the other, and I put my arms up and I cast Toll the Dead, and that's a D12, and my spell save is 15.
Alright. So that's a wisdom, right? He rolled a 20, so nothing happens as it stares as you trying to do something. It gives you this odd looking look, like, were you trying to do something? Because I got two tails that say otherwise. Anything else for your turn, Bridget?
And then I bring back up my shield and try to hit him off.
Alright. So, shield in hand, you're like, well, that didn't go well, and you're back ready in a defensive stance. Fernberg, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna shuffle in behind Bridget. I'm gonna place both my hands with like flat hands on her back, and sort of like this like green energy will spark from my hands as I cast enhance ability, bear endurance. She sort of feels this like strength seep into her body.
All right, 2d6 temporary hit points. Go ahead and roll that for her.
2d6.
And you have advantage on Constitution checks. So 4
That was
temporary
pathetic.
HP.
And then I'm gonna stand behind Bridget and then my turn.
All right, Marcus Dread Knight, what would you like to do?
And I start to swing my flail and enchant it with thunderous energy. I'm gonna try swing it into the top of its head, try and get its attention on me. So that's this.
Let's see.
The 7 damage.
All right. So you swing this blooming blade flail and bring it down the top of him for 7 points of damage. I'm just kind of breezing here. So, like, if he moves, that's when he might take more damage. Is that what I'm reading right? Trying
Yeah,
to...
only when he moves.
Alright, trying to get to the TLDR. Alright, so anything else for your turn?
No, that's it.
Alright, with that, Gideon, it is now your turn. What would you like to do, sir?
That wall that's sitting there. Am I able to stand here?
Well, you will be able... No, it's not. The wall actually goes all the way to the ceiling. That's what you're asking.
What I mean by that, like, is there room in this square to stand?
Okay, like...
Because...
Yeah, that'd be fair. So you're going on the outside where he is, right?
Yes.
That's fair, yeah.
Okay, so then I can, in fact, make it to him.
Alright. So you come running through the other doorway, coming out from behind him, and now you guys got this Displacer Beast flanked. And currently his displacement is taken down, so you got an advantage on your roll if you want to make an attack. What would you like to do, Gideon, now that you're in place?
Certainly would like to try to hit him. Hopefully the rolls aren't god-awful like they have been.
Mm-hmm.
It tried.
But you have advantage because you're flanking, so you hit.
Oh, god damn it. Stupid thing.
So
There it goes.
6 points of bludgeoning as you wreak it down on this cat. Not 65, 6. There we go. And with that, anything else for your turn? Any bonus actions?
Not really.
No, not really. Alright. And with that, you're going to end your turn there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so now with the Displacer Beast turn, you hear a roar coming up from behind you. As another one joins the party after hearing all the fun noise happening down here. Displacer Beast is still going to go after Bridget. That's the first one, anyway. 12 misses, but a 21 will hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
That'll be 8 points plus 2 piercing, for a total of 10. Or actually, I think this thing's figuring it. Yeah, we'll do that. 10 points of damage to you, as another tentacle slaps you and the other one kind of misses. The second displacer beast is going to attack Gideon with advantage. Natural 20 and a 23.
Great.
Yep. 15 points for the natural 20. And 12 points for the other one. Rolled low on his crit. As both of these tails start lashing out at you and pincering you into these walls, and it just kind of slaps up against your body and slaps you against the wall as you take the damage, and it gets in place as it gets ready for another attack. Tazir, your friend
Oh
Gideon
boy.
is in a pickle.
I am going to. Okay. I'm going to hold up one hand as a dark ball forms in front of it. And I'm going to try to blast the one in the back with a chaos bolt.
Alright, go ahead and roll that beautiful beam footage.
Oh, that's a miss.
Don't be so sure. Let me see here. 14, huh? You hit. Go
Oh,
ahead and roll
wow.
damage. Yep. These beasts don't have any armor.
Okay, so it's either fire or force. I'm gonna go with force. So it takes 10 force damage.
10 force damage. So as the blast of chaotic energy blasts up against this guy, it's forced to the ground for a moment, and then it quickly gets up and just kind of roars at you, ready to go again. Anything else for your turn, Tezir?
I'm gonna say, do your best. And that's my turn.
Alright. You managed to fix your gun on the last turn. Alamar, what would you like to do?
Alright, I'm gonna fire again at the one closer to me.
Alright, let me get that beautiful beam footage from you, friend. That will
That's
hit. Much, much better. So that's a total of 9.
Total of 9.
Your shot rings out loud, which probably attracted the second displacer beast to begin with. But however, you managed to shock and pierce into this displacer beast with this bullet, and now you finally got a good grip of what's going on. And hopefully getting better with your weapon as you start to get better here. Anything else for your turn, or is that all you can do?
Bonus action reload. And
Uh-huh.
then... Oh, bonus action reload the gun. And that'll be all.
Oh, poor Gideon. Bridget, your friend Gideon just got waylaid against the wall behind you, and he's kind of pincered back there. You got this one that's still trying to slap you in the face like you're silly. What would you like to do this round?
So he hasn't been knocked out or anything.
No, he's still standing. He forgot.
Yeah,
the-
he's fine. He's still good. He's still good. I'm gonna swing my sickle around with and dark energies swirl around it, and I slash into the displacer beast that really wants me. And I'm keeping my mind on Gideon. Don't worry, but like
You're inflicting
the
some wounds.
best
then?
defense is offense.
Right, get to him. I hear you. That looks like it will hit, so go ahead and roll that damage for me.
All I have to do is not go down, and we might be able to make short work of this guy.
Ooh, that's some heavy damage. So this dark energy gathers on the sickle, you slash right into it and stab into one of its forepaws, and it starts to let out this loud shriek as the energy of the darkness from the Raven Queen erupts and just bounces into this creature and starts to tear up into that arm that you got into. Anything else for your turn, Bridget?
I take them a moment of awe to contemplate the power and majesty of the Raven Queen, and I end my turn.
You can hear a distant caw in the back of your head. Fernberg, what would you like to do this round?
Am I able to get a cheeky attack in if I stand here?
I would say no, because technically... Sure, why not? Yeah, you can do that.
Hey.
Yeah, you're
Why
good.
did I move there?
It does not matter. There you go.
I'm gonna swing out my hand axe and I'm gonna try and snap out its head with my hand axe.
You know what? You get advantage because technically you're flanking with Gideon.
All
You
I
and
have to do
Marcus
is not
both.
go down, guys.
Yeah, you and Marcus both
Yeah.
are flanking, apparently. Unfortunately, that hand axe just kind of misses as you kind of whiff at it. Apparently, this angle's a little bit off, and you're thinking you could have got a good hit on him. He kind of ducks his head back, and he kind of snarls at you now. Anything else for your turn there, Fernberg?
No, that'll be it.
That'll do, right? Alright, Marcus. What would you like to do?
Just let it, like, just pushing this to let you know I'm using it, and then again I'm just gonna flail into this thing.
Alright.
Oh, never mind.
I don't think this thing's going to be able to move. However, let me double check. That's a hit.
Oh, okay,
you,
cool.
You hit its armor class, so go for it. 8
8.
bludgeoning. As you kind of work on the other paw and leg, you kind of slam your flail into it, and it kind of gashes back after you got a good hit on it, and just stares at you maniacally. And now it is. Is that all your turn?
Yep.
We are back to Gideon. You are in quite a pickle, sir. You got one behind you. You got one in front of you. The one in front of you is definitely looking wounded. However, he's still standing pretty strong as he's kind of bouncing away from these guys with his 2 front paws bloodied up.
See, I can move through their spaces, but no matter where I go, I'm getting an attack of opportunity too. Sucks.
Yeah, this wouldn't have happened, I don't think, if the gunshot didn't go off. This guy probably would have chilled in the back. But that is some loud mechanisms you're using there, Alamar.
I'm gonna pop a rage.
So you go into a rage.
And
Is there a rage on
what is a new opponent approaches? I think all the video games usually say.
Here comes a new challenger.
Yeah, new challenger. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Get you.
But I'm gonna keep hammering at this guy in front of me because, god damn it, he ran past and tried to hit my friends.
Mm-hmm. So go ahead and make your attack there, friend.
Those
14
straight
will
up.
hit. You get advantage too, by the way. Go ahead and roll advantage.
Yeah.
That
Nah,
hits even better.
still no crit.
Yeah, that was close though. Go ahead and roll me some damage there as you bring your warhammer down, bludgeoning this thing for 8 points of damage. It catches one of the tails and it kind of whips back and around and it feels this hammer beating into its ass. And it's like, what the hell was that? Kind of the back of the cat kind of lifts up for a moment like, that was unexpected. Displacer Beast's turn. Who do you hate more? The butt attack was pretty nasty, but you've got enough problems. I think we'll just keep attacking Bridget. You know what? I'll be fair. I'll give Bridget one and Marcus one because he did some damage too. So another tail
Cool.
comes after Bridget. 23 hits, yeah. Then that'll be 8 points of damage to Bridget. And then we got another tentacle coming after Marcus. 22 hits.
Yep.
And you take 7 points of damage as these tails lash out. Slap! Slap! And it manages to cross slap both you and Bridget. And you kind of
Alright,
see...
it takes 10 from my armor of Agathis that I put out before
Yep.
the fight.
There you go. And then it feels this cold chill overtaking its body as it takes the damage from Armor of Agathis. Very nasty. Looks like we lost something
And
there,
Andy disconnected.
huh? Well, so far it doesn't look like he's in any immediate danger. Alright, Gideon, we got 2 more attacks coming after you. And these are at
Gideon needs some
advantage.
bad rolls.
I
Some
hate-
very bad rolls.
Yeah, I hate to bring it to you. 23, 24. But it'll be half damage because you're raging now. First attack is 9, reduced to 4. Second attack is 11, reduced to 5.
So I'm taking 9 total.
Yep. Managed to survive that round, it looks.
Okay.
Are you there by a thread now or what?
I'm definitely in single digits right now.
Technically, yeah.
Once we
4?
kill this thing, we can move up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Tazir, you get to see what you can do now.
Tazir, you see his eyes flash red as he stomps onto his shadow, and 2 tendrils of shadow fly out, one to each beast as he twin spells.
Welcome back. Alright, what are we twin spelling again? The shadow chill.
Chill touch.
Alright, so the first
That was
one
at the
whips
close,
out.
so 1.
Yeah, the one
That's
that was
horrible.
right there by you kind of slaps it and then just kind of miss. What does the second one do?
Ah!
Same thing. Critical fail. Critical fail.
There's 3 critical fails and 4 rolls. Why couldn't the displacer beast do that?
Hold on.
Flaming dickheads.
I know, right? What's up with this nonsense? Shit.
I'm unhappy with that.
Hold on, we might have some consequences.
I swear to God, if you kill me.
Low is good, high is bad.
What do you
Low is
do?
good.
Bleed on me?
Go ahead and roll me damage for that bottom one. Oh god, that would be a Gideon because it missed.
1
You
damage.
take 1 point of damage from his chill touch as it misdirects and hits you on accident. Gideon. I don't know what that is, but it doesn't sound nice.
It's an old character I had who had a history of rolling 1s.
Alright, so next up, Alamar, how are you going to save the party?
Okay, well, this will be fun. Since they're all working away at that one, I'm gonna shoot this one in the back and try and get it off Gideon.
Alright, yeah, go. So aiming for the one behind Gideon. Go ahead and roll me some damage. Alright, so the one behind him takes 12 points of damage. Your thunderous cartridge from your gun fires out. Bullet soars past the one in front of you into the hallway and blasts right into the shoulder blade of this one here. And it just kind of cowers back from it and looks over its other friend trying to figure out where it came from. However, doesn't seem like it can get anywhere in this hallway. Anything else for your turn,
Okay.
Alamar?
Bonus action, reload, and keep it there.
Very well. Bridget, it is up to you now. What do you want to do?
How badly injured is the displaced beast that is in front of me?
If you can land a good blow, you might be able to take him down. He's looking very wounded.
I am going to attempt to do just that. Within 15 minutes.
That will hit. Let's see what you do.
So
And that is a pretty good blow. You inflict more wounds. So this time, how do you want to do this?
I am going to once again bring my sickle back out, and this time the darkness swirls into and all these feathers are bursting out, and then they dissipate away, and I bring my sickle into it around its side, and there is a moment of total blackness, and then it dies.
So as you go off
When
to
I
the side of it,
away.
and you slide the sickle down its side, cutting through as a bunch of black feathers flutter through the air. You hear a soft caw, caw emanating as it echoes through the hallway as you do this. And then there's like a of feathers closing back in as all the feathers disappear amazingly, and then this dark shadowy image is just left behind as the displacer beast falls over limp, dead, now blocking the hallway. But you have relieved one part of the flanking problem from Gideon. Anything else for your turn, Bridget?
That ends my turn.
That ends her turn. Fernberg, you have a dead displacer beast. If anybody wants to try to crawl over, it'd probably be an acrobatics or athletics to just make that check, and then you can slip in behind and get with Gideon.
Since I know that I'm the weakest here when it comes to weapons outside of Tazir, I'm gonna allow either Marcus or Bridget to move up to that spot, so I'm not crowding the hall. So I'm gonna take a step behind Bridget.
As a note, I'm extremely beaten up and I'm not going in. As would be obvious by looking at my extremely beaten up body.
Alright, so
I'm gonna toss my hatchet up in the air, catch it by the handle, and give it a good old toss directly at that displacer beast.
Alright, so this hatchet goes flying. A critical hit right through the skull. Let's see what's some damage. Boy, you're making this look good. Well, that until I saw the numbers, and I was like, well, maybe not as good. But no, this hatchet goes swoosh, 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 and then smacks a stab right in the middle of its forehead, and it's like letting out this loud shriek, and it quickly wiggles its head, and the hatchet falls to the ground, and it is bleeding profusely from the head as it looks out towards you over the dead body of its friend or its comrade. Anything else for your turn, Fernberg?
I've got a cheeky little grin on my face
That was
as my hand drops to my side and I aim my turn.
That was a pretty good toss, friend. Marcus, you just saw this awesome toss come in from behind Bridget. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna look towards Fenberg. Very nice! And then I'm gonna attempt to do an athletics check to jump over this guy.
Alright, go ahead. DC's 12.
Let's see if I trip over. Oh, I didn't make it!
Oh no, you stumble a little bit and you fall back to the ground there, and you're like, ah, this dead body. I mean, that's your movement, but you can still make an action from here if you want.
That's fine, yeah. I'm gonna do like a overarm like swirl with my flail, toss it forward, and then throw out an Eldritch Blast and
Alright, roll that beautiful beam footage. That's a hit. Go ahead, give me some damage. Do you get
7.
2 of them, or is it just 1 right now?
It's just 1 until 5th.
Gotcha. Alright, yeah. Trying to remember what campaign I'm into, but I don't. No, that's that craziness was Saturday, I believe. All right, so yeah, you try to jump over this displacer beast. Not happening. It pushes you back with its dead corpse somehow, and one of the tentacles kind of slap you in the face.
Still
like, all right, screw this shit, and you do an Eldritch Blast, dealing 7 points of damage as you hit that wet spot right there in the forehead. Anything else for your turn? I think that's
no, that's it.
Gideon,
That's all I can do.
you are looking pretty rough, friend. What's Gideon going to do this round?
Gideon's just not a happy camper right now at all.
No, I would think not. GDF?
Yeah. I'm going until I fall, yeah.
Yeah, go down fighting?
Yeah.
Alright, so go ahead and give me some damage, because that's a hit. So you bring down the hammer for 8 points of damage. It wails out in pain and just kind of reels back and just looking at you with this blood pouring through its eyes. And it just stares at you with this beady look.
I have movement, and I really don't like this guy.
You also have a bonus action.
I don't have anything to do with a bonus action right now.
Oh, I take it that potion supply is thin, huh?
I didn't ever carry any potions. Bar always had them because they were worried about them going in my pouch of things. I'll tuck over to there.
Alright.
Try to free up some space.
So you slide in between its legs, get up behind it. Its tails try to lash out, however, you're still in range. You don't provoke an attack of opportunity, and it just kind of readies itself as it's following your movement.
I can't stand there, can I?
You probably could. Yeah, you're still locked into him.
Well, I didn't know the wall, how it was.
Yeah,
set.
the walls.
I wasn't sure of that.
Like, the walls aren't perfect with the grid, unfortunately. I mean, for the most part, it's been good, but this part of the section's kind of wonky. So, yeah, you're fine there. So, there's nobody else close enough for it to attack.
I know.
So,
I know.
it's gonna try to whip you down, and then it's gonna go after them if it does succeed in killing you on the first blow.
Doesn't get advantage anymore, though. Thank God.
That is true, and it just swung 7 on the first. Second tail comes down, 11. So it lashes towards you twice, and then it just growls, missing you as you kind of duck from the side of the wall, duck to the other side, and it just kind of slaps the wall that's right behind you.
I'm still very uncomfortable here.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a smart move, but we'll see. Tazir, Gideon slid in behind it and tried to get some distance from the party. What would you like to do?
It's not distance from the party, it's getting the fuck out of the way from all the shit flying at me.
You don't want a straight fucking Eldritch Blast or something?
Yeah, don't want that, don't want the chill touch, like, I'm good.
Don't want none
I'm
of that
gonna-
natural one. It's sad when your party is dying to natural ones.
I'm gonna say, sorry, and then I'm gonna try it again, and hopefully do it to him again. I reach
Alright.
down and touch my shadow.
The shadow ripples out. Slap, slap. Alright, go ahead, roll damage. And it chills the body of this displacer beast, giving it 8 points of chill damage as you manage to get your shadows to hit the right target this time. Congratulations. Here's your gold star. Anything else for your turn?
No, that's it for me.
That is it. We come back to Alamar. Slick trigger, slick, slick. What would you like to do,
Alright.
sir?
Well, only one thing to do. Kill it.
Shoot it. That's a hit. Go ahead and give me some damage there as your bullet goes flying through the air. 7 plus 5 is math. Because I'm lazy, I can do this. So this bullet goes flying through the air and it manages to smack one of the tails and starts to pierce right through it. It's a shock of energy just jolts around this displacer beast for a moment. It is very agitated, however, it is looking pretty wounded. Not near death, but very wounded. Anything else for your turn, Alamar?
Alright, reload and call it there.
Alright, so we come down to Bridget.
I'm watching very carefully Gideon with bated breath as he ducks and weaves around the displaced beast, and for a moment I think he's going to be struck down, and I was ready with a healing word to send at him if that happened, because I'm very concerned with the boundary between life and death.
Yes.
But he's okay. He's a sprightly little fellow.
He's still there.
So I'm going to use a Toll the Dead on this person.
She has this brief moment where she's like, oh, should I heal him? Should I heal him? And then she's like, nah, he'll be fine. Don't worry about it. So Toll of the Dead means I need to make a wisdom check. What's your DC again?
15.
That is a failure. So how much damage?
3.
Well, that's not as much as the inflicted wounds, but... So from a safe distance, you had healing word ready, and you're like, Toll the Dead. And a bell starts jolting inside the head of this displacer beast who's bleeding profusely from the same location. His head is looking like a big headache right now. But he is still standing, he is still stout. And anything else for your turn, Bridget?
That is my turn.
And Burnberg, we come down to you, friend.
After watching Marcus be the most unathletic thing possible, and not get over the displacer beast, I'm just gonna pull out my skinning knife, as I have really nothing else I can do, and I'm gonna hope for glory 2 times, and I'm gonna flick it up in the air, catch it by the hilt, and toss it at the displacer beast.
So you're throwing a dagger at this thing, or in this place a skinning knife. That will hit. Roll me some damage. 4 points of damage as it slaps right into the forehead of this thing, kind of piercing it for a moment, and then sliding to the ground as it deals its damage. And wow, that music got real loud. I hope it's not drowning me out. This song's always been loud, no matter where I hear it. And yeah, it's just bleeding profusely from the face, and it's looking rough, and it's like debating on fight and flight as you notice its movements kind of changing. Anything else for your turn there as you flick that dagger into it?
No. That'll be it.
Alright, Fernberg passes his turn off to Marcus.
I take a deep breath, and I roll athletics.
He's gonna get over
I
the
did
top.
it!
So go ahead and put yourself on the other side of him.
Ugh.
There you go. A little bit of
I have
effort.
no
You jump
idea how
over
much
that.
I was just praying for that to pass.
I was just waiting for it to fail because I was like, how many turns is it going to take to get over this thing? So you managed to jump over the corpse. You're on the other side now, and you're like, finally, I'm here. Let's do this. And go ahead and roll me what I need. That's a hit. Give me some damage for 9 points.
Cobra.
It growls at you angrily as you flail into it. Its skin looking bleeding and bloody from both the head and parts of the arms where your flail comes down and scratches into it. Anything else for your turn?
That is it.
Gideon. Moment of truth.
I have advantage, yes, we're positioned.
Yes, I would say so.
Fucking.
Well, at least it's not a natural one. But unfortunately, the 12 misses. So you swing the hammer, and you try to clobber into it, but it just hit nothing but air. The tail kind of whacks it away, parries it all from hitting it in any vital locations. I'm going to say tail for Marcus, tail for Gideon, as it's equally angry at both of you now. Either that, or it would try to just finish Gideon and run past him.
I mean, I'll take
Oh,
2 hits.
No, here's what I'm going to do. Because I got 2 scenarios, I'm going to roll a 1d2. 1 we go with first, 2 we go with second. And so yeah, Gideon, it's on. 15?
15 will miss.
How about a natural 20?
You can shove that 20 where many other things have been shoved before.
Well, let me shove it to where you don't live anymore. That's 9 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2, so I think you're a 0 right now. So this displacer beast slap misses the first one, but the second one just hits him square in the forehead, bashes him up against the wall. Then Gideon's body just kind of falls limp to the ground. The displacer beast is now going to attempt to try to run away from Marcus, which means
First, I'm gonna swing at it with. Oh, let me just roll this 1d8. 6. And then, as my reaction, I'm gonna smack it.
does it take that 6 damage from the blooming blade? Is that right?
From the booming blade, yeah.
Alright, making sure, because
And then,
I haven't been
flail.
really familiar with that.
A
The
10.
flail misses,
Never mind.
it manages to dart down the hallway, and it's giving out a loud scream. It's very hurt. Displacer beast moved his distance. Tazir, the displacer beast is currently out of your view.
I'm gonna try to move forward.
Alright. I need you to make a strength or acrobatics DC 12.
Alright.
Acrobatics, so he flips over this dead corpse. You can land over there on the other side. There you go. And continue your movement. Make sure you count that as your movement.
There you are. And I'm going to stomp on the ground and send out a shadow towards it.
Go right ahead and make
Should I
that-
even risk it? Yeah, I'll do it.
You want that?
Ah!
Not your damn
Oh,
character. You don't
one.
care, do you?
That's another 1, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I need you to roll damage. 1 for Gideon. You
So there's a
acc-
failed death
Yep,
save.
You get a death save fail. Sorry, friend. I was making it fair too, because it's either going to backfire on him or it's going to hit you. 1 was you, 2 was him, and unfortunately I rolled 1. Sorry about that. So another 1, and your chill touch misses its target as it slaps Gideon's corpse on accident. I don't know what it is. Your shadows are attracted to him or something. Maybe it's the scent of his loincloth. I don't know.
I'm punching
When I-
you when I stand up.
I mean, you're unconscious. You don't know what happened, so.
No, you
I'm
hit
gonna
me
look-
once before though. It's a tit for tat. You already got one in.
Alright, so with that,
Uh,
Alamar, you seen this tiger kind of, or displacer beast, run off down the hallway. Gideon's in bad shape. Gideon's in very bad shape.
Okay. Let me see. Because Galamar has a bag of fun that he can pull a lot of stuff from. Where are my freaking potions? They're there. Okay. Well, let's see if I can at least make it over. I have 25 feet of movement. Would I be able to get on the other side?
I'll let you get over by Marcus if you can make the DC 12 acrobatics or strength check.
At least.
So you make there, and now you do your check. You attempt to jump over it, but the tail kind of spazzes a bit and knocks you back to the ground. So, unfortunately, that's your movement.
Okay.
Will that be all?
Sure. That'll be all.
Alright. Bridget, your turn to do something?
Seeing that Gideon has been, the second that the breath is pushed out of Gideon, I inhale at the same time, and then I let out, I whisper clemency under my breath, and I cast healing word, and my grave domain level 1 thing, I'll send it, so it gives max if it's at a creature at 0 hit points, circle of mortality.
Yeah.
So the healing word should be for.
So what's your...
So
what is
4
it?
points for.
Plus your modifier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
let's
Oh,
see.
right, 9.
So it's a 1d4 plus 5. Okay. So 9 HP as...
I mean-
Gideon... I'm sorry?
It's not. Healing word isn't plus the modifier,
Yeah, it is.
I think it is, yeah.
is it? It doesn't
It
say
should
it
be.
is. It says it's like everything else, but like not the heals. But if it
We
is,
will-
then it's 9.
Healing word. We'll check it out real quick. Make it... Because I've always
It's
been playing with modifier.
if these guys said it is,
Yeah.
then
Hit points
1d4
equal to
plus
1d4
Oh, it does
plus
say it is.
the thing.
Yeah, your ability modifier. So yeah, this spell has no effect on undead, so luckily you're not undead. Alright,
Yet.
No thanks,
Okay.
Zir.
Alright, 9 HP to Gideon, 9 HP, and he's
9
right back
HP.
up and doesn't
There
actually
you-
hit the turn. I have to note.
alright, so you managed to cast a bonus action healing word. He gets 9 points
That's right.
HP. Do you want to move on your turn or anything?
I do indeed want to try and make my way over.
You try to crawl over
but
this
I am-
corpse, but it prevents you from moving.
Yeah.
The most direct route is kind of stuffed right now.
And because I don't have visual on the enemy anymore, that ends my turn.
Yeah. Fernberg, what would you like to do?
I guess I'm gonna try and topple over this big old displacer beast.
Alright, well let's see it happen. Show Marcus up.
You want athletics or acrobatics?
Whichever one you want to use. I'm being very fair with
Oh,
this.
that's-
Very fair with this, but that
Bloody
tentacle,
hell.
that one tentacle, you know that bolt that hit the tail with the bullet and the thunderbolt that kind of jolted the tail? It's still kind of shocking from that, and it just kind of slapped you away as you try to crawl on top of it. It's like, oh god. But yeah, you kind of fall back down there as this tail spazzes on you and knocks you down.
I throw a left, right, good night at the thing to make sure it's dead, and then end the turn.
Go ahead and roll damage because it's already incapacitated.
I don't want that.
Nah, Marcus, what would you like to do while he stabs the
I-
hell out of that corpse?
I'm moving right up to this guy. Beaming blade, just so you know, and then I'll press the spell card just because I like to press the spell card.
Oh yeah, by all means. Just in case it moves.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah,
ahead and make that
and
attack
then-
roll.
I will flail him. 22.
Alright, go ahead and roll me some beautiful damage.
6.
Wow, this thing is like hanging on by a thread. A literal thread. As you swing this flail down and start stomping into it, the flesh is tearing, the tendons are showing, it's bleeding, it's panting really hard, and it just stares at you with this evil intent to want to live. At this point... Yeah, that would still hit. Okay. Gideon.
Finish it off.
You are prone at the moment. You are no longer raging.
No.
So, what would you like to do this round?
Continue with my string of awful ideas. I can stand up and I still have 15 left.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I was counting that.
My awful
This is
awful
terrible.
ideas.
This is terrible, because look whose turn it is next. But by all
Yep,
means,
I know.
this is do or die. It's your turn to shine.
Literally.
What do you want to do? See this?
Almost had advantage toggled there.
You know, you
Great roll.
You hit it.
Oh,
Show me some damage. How do you want to do this?
I'm assuming it's Ascend is facing us since it's running away.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm just gonna break its, like, more or less where, like, the pelvis meets the spine running up to its head. Just crack that right off.
All right, so you come down swinging right there at the pelvis area and try to slam it towards the head area. And it tried to lash at you, but as soon as you made impact and shoved its spinal cord through its head, it just kind of falls over limp and just... And this puddle of corpse just laying there now. As you manage to finish off the immediate threats in this region.
cool.
I'm going to continue to try and clamber over the displacer beast's corpse.
By all means.
Let's say, can I make a check to start dragging that? Because clearly no one can move past
I'll
it.
help.
No, okay,
I'll
no,
help.
okay, no, you're going through your turn order, so you guys are moving back. You guys want to keep
Alright,
jumping
alright.
over it? Go ahead. No, you can move down there and they can jump over. Entertain me with your rolls. So by all means, go ahead and make your strength check, acrobatics, if you want to jump over this thing. Bridget is thwarted once again as the displacer beast just swats her down. Anybody else want to try to get over it as Gideon and Marcus get closer?
I won't occupy the space yet, but
Alright, so if everybody's just gonna wait, I'll go ahead and say you guys could try to move this. If Marcus is helping Gideon, we will let either of you, well, whoever wants to make the strength check, athletics.
He's got high strength.
So Gideon, go ahead and make
Strength at
that
advantage?
athletic. Yep, go ahead with advantage and see if you can move this displacer beast. Where do you want to take it? You can move it 15 feet from at this point on that roll. Where do you want to take it?
Just a question about that. Can we
Probably stuff
Can
it
we
in that
roll-
room if you want.
can we roll it out?
Well, he's got a good grip on it, so he can definitely pull it back.
so just if you want to move it up, like where I'm standing.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
You can put it right there, yeah.
Oh.
So the two of you managed to pull that in there, and then you guys are free to explore everything in this region because all the threats have been cleared.
Spoilers.
Yeah, it's... No, I know...
I don't
know,
believe
but
you.
You don't have to believe me, because then again, there are those kobolds who might pop out of nowhere. But for now, from what my map shows on my end, you look clean. So, what do you want to do?
Call out. There's loot in here.
Yep, you see a treasure chest sitting right here. I'll go ahead and open it on my end. so-
I'm going to.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to walk up to Gideon, and I'm going to say to him quietly, we both walk on the precipice of life and death always, but in doing so, we both are far stronger for it. The boundary is not something to be feared. it's something to be embraced. And then I want to put my hand on his shoulder and say that's something I think he may.
Alright.
Yeah, half that flew over Gideon's head, but I get the idea that you're trying to be like comforting and like, don't worry so much.
So as Bar clambers into here, he looks at you. You want me to check this chest for anything? I mean, I could try.
Speaking of Bar, can I rifle through his bag and get one of the potions that I know is in there?
Let me see what he's got in here.
Oh, I would like to. Yeah, we can take a short rest while the rest of the guys look for loot. Maybe that's what Gideon and I can do.
I don't see any potions in his bag here. Unless it's
I have a
That's
healing
not bad.
potion.
Unless he has it somewhere else. Like, I don't know if that counts. Okay, he's got a... Well, there was a potion of healing that was found with the kobolds.
Yeah, I have one.
So, yeah, you can leave that.
Tazir. What?
I was just gonna say I'm gonna squeeze past you and sort of hand it over to Gideon and place my hand on his shoulder, sort of as a like, much better, just like a, keep doing that. I like this, Gideon. Then I'm going to walk over towards Bridget and make sure she's okay. No, you
Does
can
it-
Tazir.
Tazir's just gonna blink twice in quick succession, and you'll see his eyes start glowing solid red. As I cast Detect Magic and I just take a quick look around.
Alright, yeah. Good eye, sniper. You...
Because Tazir's eyes only. Oh, sorry.
There's some
No,
magical
you go.
essence. There's an enchantment coming from within the chest. What's the range on that?
30 feet, and I could penetrate 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood / dirt.
Let's give you an aura of 30 feet so I know what I'm working with here. So I'll put that on you. Alright, yeah. Alright, so yeah, you just, right here, you sense an enchantment of sorts. Bar fiddles with the lock. He fiddles with the latch. And he kind of looks at everybody. It's like the back of the hinges have been broken off from old mildew and whatnot. I mean, the thing just literally opens up, and he opens the lid and it falls to the ground, but there's treasure inside. Upon looking in, you find, whoever wants to keep track of this, 400 gold pieces. 700 silver pieces. A black velvet mask stitched with silver thread, value 25 gold. A golden locket with painted portrait inside, value 25 gold. There's a potion that looks like flames, perhaps? Or something. It's just like a red vial of liquor, but it doesn't look like a healing potion. But speaking of healing potions, there's 3 of them sitting here in this chest. And then inside this chest, there's a sickle made of black onyx blade. The handle made of strong wood and holding the blade in place.
I'm guessing that's what I'm getting the magic off of?
Yep, you can definitely sense the enchantments on this one.
Also, one quick question. How much silver did you say was in it?
700.
Yeah, 700.
Yep, seems they were hoarding stuff on this side and using Displacer Beast as guardians.
That's 57 gold to everyone, and 100 silver to everyone.
I mean, you have a potion that's not identified and the sickle that's not identified. Alright, so what do we want to do? You guys cleared the treasure in this room. Make a round of perception while you guys are debating this.
Okay.
I personally want to be having a short rest, so I'm not going to do a perception check.
Sure.
So I've been doing the same, and the potion was 2d4 plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
Just double checking that.
Alright.
Something.
Alright, so that's everybody's perception then? Not a problem. Alright, so you guys are going to stay put for an hour, is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I'm telling I'm saying, Olimar, there's a weapon in here and a few potions. Could you possibly maybe identify them, pretty please?
As Olimar's also probably gonna go over his sketching more. He just has his hand out, just already anticipating
Okay.
whatever. it is.
So you're going to ritual cast, I assume, or...
Yes, ritual cast.
Alright, so ritual casting identify on these. I'd say 20 minutes definitely goes by without any hindrance. You find out that the potion that you were looking at is the potion of fire giant strength. And the sickle, harvester of the Raven Queen. The handle is made of strong wood holding the blade in place. The sickle acts as a +1 sickle. It can be upgraded with usage in the future. Twice per day, Raven Queen's touch can be ignited upon a successful hit. A necrotic energy infuses the blade, adding 2d8 damage. Recharges at dawn. And I will copy paste that for you.
Do we want the items in the bag? Just cause. Alrighty.
Repeat that?
Do we want the items in the bag? You know, just cause? Or...
Oh, like the
The mask
gold
and the lock.
pocket. Yeah.
I didn't sense any magic come off of those, right?
No, they just seem like they're valuable treasure pieces, just
Okay.
valued at what they're showing.
What is
Yeah, you
that
can
sickle
put it
you're
in there.
holding, Olimar?
Well, you could probably use it. I don't have a
Oh.
use for it.
Oh,
Just
that's
hand it
true.
to her.
That hit
Oh, I'm-
dice suck. But
I'm going to go up and I'm going to take the sickle. I'm going to give it a swing. And I'm going to say, this is a very impractical weapon. Nobody uses this who actually is good at fighting. But, you know, it's got spiritual importance. This is very, very good, Olimar. And, yeah,
As you're
I'm going to...
looking at this sickle, it kind of looks like the claw of a raven that's been really extended out. But yeah.
This is strange, to be honest. I didn't think that there were adherents to the Raven Queen aside from the ones that I know in Duskcrest. This is something that's like beyond my knowledge, like that there would be weapons like out so far. DM?
Yes, I'm sorry. This is exactly like what you've been using, except it looks like it's a little bit more upgraded.
I think she's looking for lore information about followers of the Raven Queen outside of her town.
Well, yeah, true. It's
Yeah.
like you follow the Raven Queen, and you know she exists in her own plane, and it's not a major influence in the kingdoms. But you know, there's certain sects that have been worshiping it, like yourself. You know, maybe there's a possibility that somebody traveled through here who also worshipped the Raven Queen, and this used
I'm
to be
going
their
to-
weapon.
I'm going to take heart from this, and I'm going to go over to Fernberg and show him my weapon and talk about it a little with him. But I'm going to actually roll my hit dice.
All right, go ahead. So yeah, an hour passes as you guys kind of settle in. If you want to roll hit dice, go right ahead. And let's see here. If you're all interested, we could take a 5-minute break as well.
I don't
Now
know.
we're looking at Olimar's time because he had a time constraint.
Oh, okay. How about we keep
Oh,
going
yeah.
then? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
That's like right now.
No, I'll tell you what. It's only been like what? Has it been an hour and a half? Are you still with us for a while, or how's it?
Yeah.
I could probably go another half hour.
All right, so we'll go ahead and take a break at 9 my time. So continuing from here, as everybody kind of heals up, gets to feeling better, wipe away all the blood and stains from your face and shoulder blades and wherever else you got cut up. What would you
My
guys like to do?
everywhere.
Your everywhere hurts, man. It's not pretty.
Start poking around up here.
Tazir, you're before. You'll have to cast detect magic again if you want to continue using it now.
Yeah, I'll cast it like ad infinitum. Don't worry about it.
All right, no problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and take.
It's
away.
free, so
Yeah. Okay, so you can recast it.
yeah, I can cast it as much as I want.
God dang, you freaking cheaters! I mean, go ahead. Where do you want to go now?
I'm gonna approach Bridget. Oh wait, go ahead.
Go ahead, Alamar. What do you want to do?
I was just looking to see with my Artificer's lore if I can get a little bit more detail out of that potion, the Fire Giant Strength potion.
Well, I mean, you already identified what it actually is. There's nothing more detailed you can get than the stats of a Fire Giant potion.
No, okay. I'm just wondering. I didn't know how far that would extend out of knowing what it is versus what it does. So.
It's a potion of Fire Giant Strength, basically. I probably
Yeah.
should have labeled that better. I'm
Raises
sorry.
your strength to, I think, 25 for an hour.
Yeah.
I'm gonna approach Bridget and say, Bridget,
Yeah?
next time we're in a fight, could you not stand so close to the bad things trying to hurt us?
Oh, do you think I
Mm.
shouldn't?
Well, you're the one who has to like save us if anything goes bad. So, but if you need saving, then we're all in even more trouble. So,
That's true. I just think that I've got such strong armor and a shield. I've always been trained that I should be the one taking hits for other people. But you make a good point, Tazir. If you think it'll be better, then I'll listen to you. You have lore experience.
yeah, I guess I do. I'm gonna slowly walk away.
Alright, so just to clarify, Potion of Fire Giant Strength. It's a strength 25 for 1 hour, and it's considered a rare item, so if you decide to sell it, let me know it's rare.
Okay.
Alright.
That's gonna go in my bag of holding.
Very well.
Just give it to Gideon to punch down walls.
Holy crap.
It's not an awful idea, but it's probably better to store it either with him or Bar.
Well,
Because Bar's
would-
got that alchemy crystal.
It's an interesting
You
idea.
said the strength was 24?
Yes.
25.
Or
25.
I was just looking at it. 25, 24, somewhere in there. It's still 24 is still the modifier. 25 ain't gonna do much. So, my friends who are stuck down here in this cavern for another day, what would you like to do now that you cleared away?
I'm coming down to Olimar.
25.
Hey, Ollie, if you wouldn't mind doing the thing you do and mapping out this area, I'll stick by you until that's done.
Okay.
Get the survival check on the displacer piece with my crystal.
Sure, let's go ahead and do that then. As I get that out.
As I'm not rolling advantage. Hey!
Is that a crit?
That is a crit success with that crystal.
Yeah, I think Bar had that last week, or last time we were playing. So with that, we'll boost up to 50. Or sorry, you don't need to know that. You get a large displacer pelt and 2 tentacles. and any.
I was gonna collect both of them at once. We just hadn't dragged the token around.
I'll need you to make a separate roll because that'll give you another chance to boost the crystal.
Alright, so 2 tentacles and 1 large pelt.
Yep. Did you want teeth or anything? Nails or claws, paws, whatever? I mean, you rolled
Would
critical.
Bar know if any of those are
Well,
like potion ingredients? He's not here, but that would be something he would know that he would relay to me as I'm collecting.
no, I would say no to that. I mean, unless he was here to be creative about it, I don't think that would be anything I can suggest for him. So going to the next one, go ahead and roll your survival on that one. Nice. This one here, you get a large displacer pelt and 1 tentacle. And I will mark your success. And I guess I should kind of go over how this is kind of working, as I never really described the crystal going off. So basically what you're seeing is Gideon holds the crystal out and it kind of shimmers for a moment as he thinks about tanning the hides and, you know, getting into it. And this energy just ignites off the crystal and kind of enwraps the corpse and just kind of dissects it magically. And then all of a sudden the pieces that kind of unravel from the corpse, kind of like it's being peeled back. And with these good rolls, it definitely looks like he's getting a big piece of fur and the 2 displacer tentacles. And this other one of the tentacles got blown off by the gun, but he managed to get the other tentacle and then shave off most of the pelt on this one as well.
I'm sure it's wonderfully gruesome to watch.
Oh, it's terrible. And it was like a green energy igniting from the crystal as well, because yours is green, right?
Yeah, so I have the green one.
Alright, so with that there, whew, nice rolls. What would the party like to do from here on as he finishes up what he's doing?
Bridget, if I put my hand on her shoulder, does this change anything? You finding this weapon? What does the future mean
I'm not
now?
sure. I feel like it's something, if my mentor was here, you know, the High Priest, I could talk with him about it. But this isn't so strange. I mean, of course, if the Raven Queen's history and touch on this land is longer and wider than I could imagine, and she has plans and designs that I wouldn't know anything about. I am a mere follower. I don't think it changes anything. I think I'm glad about this.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. You don't think we're going to run into anything unexpected now? Something else related to the Raven Queen?
If we do, that would be a good thing. What I want to do is seek out the undead and slaughter them in the Raven Queen's name.
Okay. I nodded my head a couple of times. You given one of the 3 healing potions that we got in the chest?
Me?
Yeah,
no.
were you?
No.
I'm gonna... Fenberg's gonna pull out his healing potion and he's gonna hand it to Bridget.
Oh, thank you, Fenberg.
And then I'm going to walk to the north and start scouting ahead.
Alright, go on ahead and scout, my friend.
I'm gonna go into...
Let's
This
see.
displacer beast is gone,
Yeah,
isn't it?
he's been pretty much dissected, so he's
I
no
skinned
longer a
it.
threat. Yeah, he skinned it and kind of moved it out of the way.
I'm taking a step in. No trap.
No trap. No. No, you're good. This is a very empty room. You can see piles of dung where these displacer beasts probably took their morning rituals.
And then I'll keep going north.
Alright, go ahead, I'm tracking both of you. Ah! Oh, you're good. Ah, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. Don't worry about it. Nothing in here. Nothing happening.
I see some shinies in both rooms.
Yep, there's a shiny pile right here where you just kind of... Oh, you flew. And then there's a chest up here.
Oh well, guess Olamar's done sketching.
Yeah. Did Alamar want to do a photographer?
He's gonna have to at some point.
Yeah, go right ahead. And you guys got plenty of time.
It's alright.
Yeah, it's not your best work, but it's definitely good. So what's the plan here, guys? What do you want to do first?
I'd like to call out for Bar and say that there's a trap in the left room here. And then I'm gonna go back into and I'm gonna kick the chest. Give it a good old kick.
Let me check it real quick. It shambles left to right. You can hear some stuff jiggling around inside.
Oh.
It feels kind of heavy, actually, from the weight of it.
Okay, I'm gonna step aside and let my man Bar handle that.
Okay. Not really the best at this, but, you know. Who are you gonna call? Alright, so, investigation. Nice. And then, Thieves' Tool.
Guess I'll be making my way up here.
He manages to jiggle the lock free. No incident. No traps. And it opens up. Easy enough for you to start looking through. Alright, you
What
ready
do
for
I
it?
find?
What do you and Bar find? You find 1,500 gold pieces stacked in this freaking chest. You see 700 silver pieces stacked in this chest. You see a moonstone that's valued at 50 gold pieces. There's a ring in here. There's some gloves in here. And there's this really fancy looking short bow. It's got like feathers kind of flowing off the edge of it.
How much gold is it?
15.
214 to each person.
Hey man, I haven't told you I've got the gold yet, fucker.
Okay, I'll just steal it from you when you're dead.
Oh, Bar's
How much silver, sorry?
So, noticing your intention, Bar kind of looks at you.
700 silver.
Do we want to tell him about this? And yeah, 700 silver.
I look at Bar with the sort of look that a parent would give a kid that has just done something so stupid.
You're scolding him.
Yeah, I'm scolding Bar.
You're scolding Bar, but you're the one thinking this. I was just asking. You had that look in your eye.
How heavy is this chest? Is it so like with the gold? Are they in sacks or are they sort of like?
I could say they're in sacks. Yeah. It's like maybe 4 piles of sacks of gold, and then a pile of silver that's in another sack. Then there's
I'm
the
gonna-
moonstone, a ring, a glove, a short bow.
I'm gonna pocket the moonstone, and I'm gonna pick up the chest.
Alright. It's a little heavy,
And-
but make a strength check. EC 10.
Oh god.
EC 10. Athletics.
Pathetic.
You drop the chest on your toe, let out a scream. Bard tries to stop you, and everybody hears him drop this chest.
Oh, I'm going to run up it because I hear that Burnblade's in trouble. So I go jangling along slowly.
We thought it was a mimic, but it's okay. It's not breathing.
Bridget. I don't want to say what happened, but can you please help me pick this chest up?
I go help him pick it up.
And in their rush, I just give Marcus a wary glance.
Yeah, dude, what do you want to do in the room that you're alone in while they're dealing with that situation?
Can I get a? Yeah, can I get a count of the shinies here as well, so you can get that?
You see some copper there, you see some silver there, you see some gold. That's 500 copper, 700 silver, 555 gold. There's actually a gauntlet that's on the ground here, and there's a ring as well.
because Gideon is dumb and there's not a whole lot of reason to be a complete ass about this, I'm gonna slap the gauntlet on. I'm not attuning or anything crazy because I have a plan to carry all this shit out of here without a problem. But the ring and the rest of it, I'm gonna use that small displacer beast pelt I got, like a makeshift Santa bag, and come walking into the other room with a bag of shinies.
Alright, so you put the gauntlets on, right? Nothing happens. And you put the ring in the pile of silver and change
Still
and
head
drag
out
it
this-
out.
Yes, I drag it up to these guys that are all congregated here.
So, Tazir, Marcus, you see Gideon bring out all... Oh, you're bringing it in there?
Yeah, that's where
You
everyone
would-
was located.
Okay, so everybody's going up there because
I heard the shout, yeah.
Yeah, but everybody here is kind of blocking the hallway. I mean, to carry that through, you would either need to go through them first, or everybody needs to go there. So whatever you guys want to do. Gideon
I
passes
guess-
through you guys and goes to the other room with all this stuff on there. So follow if you want.
As like Bridget and I hold this chest, I sort of like assertively say, we should bury everything first before we move forward. Bury it in the chest, then come back for it. Yes?
But I'm pretty sure we have a bag of holding available to us.
Yeah.
We can just drop the entire chest into the bag.
I blink a couple times, like really quickly, like,
Gideon doesn't say this. Like, this is me being a player. Like,
Oh,
we can
okay.
just drop the whole fucking thing in the bag.
Do I notice any magical for any of the items we're starting to pile up here?
Yeah, there's a few magical things going on here. The gauntlets he's wearing seems to be setting off an enchantment. There's a ring that's kind of glowing kind of funny. Let's see what else we have here. There's another ring that's glowing with an enchantment. The gloves are glowing, and so is the bow. Yeah.
I'm gonna point at those 4 items and say, Olimar, that gauntlet, that ring, that other ring, and that bow, they're all magical. And you just see him
So
like
looking at his
you with-
cartographer's kit, he just holds out his hand again.
It's like-
Give
This
it
little-
here.
Wait, what about the gloves as well?
yeah, and the gloves as well.
I feel really bad for Olimar because he's sort of like the TM Pokemon of our
The HM slave. Right?
Here
So
it is.
rock, smash,
Okay.
surf, fly, and
I need you to cast Tuck here. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now go back into your ball. Alright, so how do you want to go about this? You guys going to chill out here for a while, or?
Yeah, absolutely. Identify the items first before we do anything.
Yeah,
Alright,
I'll stand
so
guard in the hallway.
I
as,
really admire your professionalism, Olimar.
So, what do you want to start with first, Alamar?
Well, since I'm doing it all, it doesn't really matter. Let's start with the ring first, why not?
Alright, so the first ring in the pile that's with Bar and Fernberg is a ring of warmth.
Okay.
The other ring, if that's where you're continuing,
Continue.
it's a ring of disorient. This is a cursed item.
Does he know that?
Nope. You know this stuff. Curse cannot be taken off after putting it on, and attunes its curse immediately upon wearing. The wearer will have disadvantage on all stealth and attack rolls.
Could I, see if I can, I don't know, observe, like, that it is kind of cursed from my lore thing, whatever it is? Here, I'll put it in the freaking chat.
The things that you're trying to get further information from, these probably aren't the things that you want to... Like, let's see here. Okay, like if you weren't identifying it, then you could have made an intelligence checks with that instead to find out what it was. So basically just identifying it, you're, you know, the way I'm seeing Artificer's lore is like I make you make an Arcana check to actually identify instead of using the spell. That's like the workaround. So unless you want to start
Okay.
using Artificer's Lore to identify items, then there's no reason to be using it, because it's going to be the same info. I'm like, I can't give you any more info on something that says
Okay.
it's cursed. It was made by Redford, rah, 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 rah. I mean, I could try to make something up like that, but
It was
Yeah,
made
But
by
no, that's
Elmo.
from Legend Lore. That's a spell.
yeah. So, yeah.
Okay.
Ring of Disorient, it's cursed. It's bad juju. You move on to, what do you want to move on to? The bow, the gloves, the gauntlets that Gideon's wearing?
Let's do the gloves and gauntlets.
Starting with the gloves. The gloves are of missile snaring. Gideon, 30 minutes have passed. You are now attuned to the lucky gauntlets. Very rare gauntlets. You have a +2 AC bonus while wearing these. Once per day, you can call on their luck to re-roll one attack roll or skill check you dislike. You must use the second roll. This can't be used again until the next dawn.
Cool.
There you go.
I
Now-
slapped him on half expecting a curse just to see how it
I was wondering if you were going to slap that ring on, because that was in your pile. I was like, oh, he didn't go for the ring. Alright, so... yeah, so that just leaves the bow with the pretty feathers. It is a short bow of Feathers Grace. A short bow +1 that can use Featherfall 3 times per day. Gee, I
Wait,
wonder
were
if
there 2 rings? What was the first one?
Ring of Warmth.
Ring of Warmth.
Okay, yeah.
I forget what it does, but I know it's somewhere in the books.
Makes you feel
Resistance
warm and
to,
cozy.
cold damage and something else. I can't remember the other one.
Yeah, it's in the compendium there.
Resistance to cold and unharmed by temperatures as well as -50 degrees Fahrenheit.
Neat. As they expect everybody to be using Fahrenheit. How American. Alright.
I mean, it is an American-based company,
Oh,
so
absolutely. I was just being kind to her.
I heard that the books in Europe actually use meters instead of feet and Celsius instead of Fahrenheit.
So guys, you managed to identify all the loot. You managed to find all the treasures in this section of the structure. Is there anything else you guys want to do? By the way, I would highly suggest giving that bow to Bar, because he likes to fall.
Probably because he's the only one that uses a bow here.
Yeah, on top of that. But somebody else hold on to it and then tell them about it later. I'll
I got it.
post, I'll post what it is here if you need to. Oh, but yeah. So
Are we going to bury the items or what?
Why do we have to bury them exactly?
Bury him?
They're not dead.
Yes.
Why would we need to bury them? Bar says as he looks at the bow.
I look confused
Didn't
with
you
you as
know?
well. Yeah, why
Going
do we have to
be
bury
carrying
them?
large amounts of gold. Large amounts of gold.
But like,
Olimar just walks up to him and just holds the bag of holding. Just drop it.
What do you mean, drop it?
Come on. You know this bag can hold a decent amount. It's a decent amount, I mean...
I let the
Alright.
chest go.
64 cubic feet, I believe, something like that.
Up
Yeah.
to 500 pounds. So as long as the gold doesn't weigh over 500 pounds.
I'm
So-
pretty sure that much gold doesn't.
Yeah, you dump it in there and it goes into his bag of holding. Now you gotta hope he doesn't run off with it.
hey Fernberg, watch this! And Tazir sticks his hand into the bag of holding and keeps going further and further past where, like, it should have touched the bottom.
I hate magic.
Push him in.
And I
Push
storm
him
out
in.
of the room and start walking back.
Would have been kind of sad if somebody
I'm
pushed him into
tempted.
the bag of holding. And just like,
I'm tempted. I've still got to get him for that, you know,
Oh,
shadowy bullshit earlier.
oh my god. Well, what do you want to do? You see him over there playing with the bag of holding as he's sticking his hand halfway down. Look what
No,
I
I'm
can do.
good for now. Like,
I would have stopped when Fernberg walked away.
Okay, so we're avoiding that temptation. So we're making our way back to where we came, perhaps?
Yeah. I'm trying to go towards where Gideon initially went through because I saw raw earth.
I'm gonna be sticking with Benberg.
If you want to kind of figure out what may have caused this decay, if you haven't got a hinchling, you can go ahead and roll nature check or something.
I will give a nature check.
Yeah, you remember that earth elemental, right? Yeah, he kind of smashed through this place and kind of made himself pretty much a cubbyhole here where he can just relax.
Fernberg leans down and sort of pushes his fingers down into the soil. Is it like compacted soil, like sort of like clay, or just like soft soil, hard soil? Like it, can I push my fingers through? Is it clay? Like what am I dealing with?
Probably a hard clay-like texture to it. It's basically, you know, it's got the cobblestones where they were kind of inlaid, so the impact of the underneath foundation of that, it's crumbling away. You can definitely push your finger through some of it, but most part it's like mortar, or, you know, just kind of rough fixtures of mortar and crags of small rocks scattered everywhere, and then this earthen mass that's just kind of etched in. Judging from, it's more like it's been carving into the wall, and the wall is just kind of expanding into the floor, so it's kind of like a hard clayish rock.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I stand back up, looking like a little disappointed. It's a waste of time. No point dealing with this part of the room. Wait, where's Olimar?
Somewhere.
At this point, are you still good to go, or you need to go soon?
If there's any RP that needs to go on real quick, I can do that.
I mean, you can be lost if you want.
Just zooms out the cave.
Lost.
We all assume Olimar has robbed us as the obvious response to this.
Oh no.
Whoa, I have mine on me.
Alright, so...
You just see these little feet just go...
So you're hightailing it for the entrance now, or what?
No, no.
Alright, so what do you...
Olimar's not evil.
Alright, so what does Olimar really want to do?
I guess for the rest of the time, Olimar, will be the HM slave and keep cartographing. Let's see. And let's see. Generally stay in the middle or the back, just to make sure, you know, he's not getting pounced, you know, because he's going too far out, you know, that sort of thing.
Why did not?
Alright, are we moving up? Back to...
Speaking of getting pounced,
True.
Yeah, so stay put there while we go ahead and take a break then. How about that?
are we gonna do much more with 2 party members out?
I don't know. It's going to be up to you guys. I mean, I don't mind calling it an early session, but, you know, we've been gone for a whole week.
Do we get the answer to what the hell that is before or after the break?
After the break.
Okay.
I don't think we want to fight a manticore with 2 people down.
Yeah. So,
Well, they're not down. They're just
Okay.
on autopilot.
The bar didn't launch a single attack last time.
No,
We could
that's
take it.
not what I mean. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
'cause- yeah, I wasn't going to...
it's a good group experience. But I'm happy to do it if you guys want to autopilot.
Well, maybe we can clear the way there so we have the fight ready for when they
I
get
don't think
back.
there's anything else to really clear, is there?
Yeah, I don't think
a
there is.
good portion of a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've only got to go north now. But I want Sultana brand. BRB.
I wonder how much milk Andy puts in his Sultana brand.
Yep, but I'm going
I'm
to take
curious
this
what
moment.
the hell you're even talking about there.
I am going to take.
Um,
I'm going to go be right back too. Please, jeez. Didn't want to cut anybody off, but I'm going to do it
Just
anyway.
go!
No! I
We're
am
on
going to
break,
go when I
go.
want. I'm going to go when I
Jesus
want.
age.
Alright, be back.
yeah, Sultana brand is cereal like is it like I don't even know how to describe it. Like wheat. It's a kind
Yeah,
of wheaty
it's-
cereal.
It's like tough and brown, and it's shaped like cornflakes, but they're bigger.
Yeah.
And it's kind of flavorless. So they put sultanas in it, and you can taste the sultana at least.
Yeah.
And the Sultana is...
Pardon?
Sultana's like what's the
Dried-
other name for them?
You don't have sultana? Sultanas are just dried grapes. They're like raisins, but
Yeah, like raisins.
less dried version
So
of
you
raisins.
could have said raisins pretty much.
But they're not raisins. They're sultanas. You don't have sultanas?
No, we have raisins.
Well, we also have raisins. They're different things. They're distinct.
No, that's what I'm
Sultanas
getting
are
at. Like, we have
juicy.
raisins. We don't have sultanas.
Well, you
It's
do
grapes
have
or
sultanas.
ravens?
You do have sultanas because sultanas are just dried grapes that aren't as dried as raisins.
Okay, you're
Surely
telling
there
me-
needs
you're-
to be there
You're
needs
either
to
telling
be
me
a
they're
word for
different
that
or the
medium.
same. No, we
They-
don't
they are
have a
there.
medium. I have never encountered a medium.
That's
It is
crazy.
raisin or it is a grape. Like that
That's actually crazy. Wow. Sultanas are like improved raisins.
is improved raisins.
Yeah.
Do you also have a medium step between yeah, if I can talk right. No, but between plums and prunes? Shit like that? Or is it just grapes?
I'm back.
It's specifically just sultana. Apparently they don't have sultanas in America, Andy.
You don't have sultanas.
Yeah.
Just whenever this, we have raisins and we have grapes. There is no mid step between the two anywhere that I've seen. Like they
Oh,
might
raisins
exist here,
same
but they
thing.
don't exist in my universe that I have come into contact with. And I'm not, a total homebody. Like I do get out of the house sometimes and do shit in the real world.
There's no point going outside of the house. You can't get sultanas, in my opinion.
Wait, in America
That's
they've
true.
got Raisin Bran. That's incredible.
That's so funny.
I'm looking into it. So we've got Sultana Bran here, and they've got Raisin Bran over there.
See, no, that's exactly it. Like we have raisins, we don't have sultanas.
That's pretty funny. Here, sultanas are like really common to have. Like when you're a kid, you'll get them in like a little cardboard box, and it'll be just filled with sultanas. So it's like a really normal food.
We have the exact same thing with raisins. They come in a little cardboard box.
We
Wait,
also
what about-
have them with raisins, but there's a distinction between
What
the
about what about golden raisins?
Yeah,
I'm
boy.
assuming those are white grapes that have been raisined.
So apparently in the US they call sultanas golden raisins.
two. Whoa, that's so fancy.
Man, this is
That sounds too fancy.
Fucking America.
And we don't,
Don't
have
talk
golden
about
eight
having,
times either. We've been over that.
Hey man, it's paddle pops.
Or those.
Never speak about having cereal around Ash. Otherwise you'll get milk jokes for the rest of your life.
I mean... Honestly, how bad can they be?
Oh, you have no idea. You have no idea what I've endured.
Mhm.
I mean, you more or less signed up for it.
So is everybody here?
Yeah.
No, we're still missing Skeletti and Razor.
Yeah, that is true. So what do we want to do with that? Any suggestions?
So I'm trying not to talk on stream about eating.
Oh, yeah. You know, I wasn't expecting you to be the first one to say something.
I mean, I don't really mind, honestly. Like, I don't mind going up until we have to fight the thing, and then next week, I should hopefully be on my laptop, even though I won't be at home. I'll try come on for a few hours then.
Even if we call for a second session to make up for lost time on this one, like sometime in the next couple of days, if that's at all possible, or alternative, like.
I wouldn't. Well, let's see here. What am I doing? Well, I don't do any streaming on Thursday because of Critical Role. Friday, I could probably do something. Which would
Well,
be your Saturday.
everyone else is here. What do you want to do?
I was just thinking about my the other games I'm in, but I don't think I have a game on Friday, which is Saturday morning.
I honestly don't know about Alamar because I think he has a game, but I can't remember if it was Friday or Saturday.
Wait, it's still a
I'm happy
crapshoot
to
for me.
Kill a Minotaur, but a Manticore, I mean. But I'll also kill a Minotaur. But
Oh.
I will
Give me a second, I'll add
refer
one to
to
the
what
party.
the majority of the group.
You'll add one to the party? A
I'll add one to
Minotaur?
their party, yeah. It's just...
Oh, Christ.
Okay, what I miss?
Bridget just added a Minotaur to the enemies. Other than that, nothing.
Alright.
Alright.
She said a Manticore isn't enough, so...
Okay, you know what? Why don't you just throw in a couple of Blink dogs, too?
Oh, Christ, don't be giving him ideas, guys.
Alright, so we're gonna get a couple Blink dogs into
We
this
can
mix.
take them.
Not today you can, though, right? Blink dogs aren't that bad, are they? Nah, they're not that bad.
Yeah, they just teleport around and, you know, be generally obnoxious.
Oh, sure, why not? We'll give them a couple Blink dogs. We can do that. Anything else you want to prescribe for your death?
Yeah.
Not die?
I would like 3 iron golems and 2 adult green dragons.
Alright, 2 adult green dragons. Okay. How about I
You know
raise
what?
that to an ancient?
Yeah, and can you also give me 6 orders of Tarask, please?
Hell, while we're at it, why don't we just throw the entire Saturday campaign character base in the fight too? Against
Okay,
us.
now you're being ridiculous.
Well, you don't want to fight the Slayers? Come on. By the way,
I'm not
Bridget-
talking
It's not the
Slayers,
Slayers
I'm
I'm worried about.
No, I think I'm not talking about the Slayers, I'm talking about the players. Let's have the players come in.
No,
Just take the character sheets, there you go, ready-made villain.
there you go. I'm not voice acting those assholes, though.
What do you mean?
I mean that. No, I'm not doing that.
You gotta keep up the illusion, man.
I think that's what annoys me the most, and that what earns the red flag for you to get killed first. I got some tricks that I'm working on. I'm gonna throw them out next time. Hopefully.
Oh, a minotaur? Easy, kid. Heh.
Isn't one of our... Don't we have a party member somewhere that's supposed to be a Minotaur?
Yeah. That's,
Yeah.
Merlin.
Yeah.
It's Brad. I wonder if he's watching tonight. Okay, I guess that's the end of the break. What do you guys want to do?
Oh, I guess
certainly
you
not
feel
fight all
wasn't
that
here.
extra bullshit.
I mean,
I know. I suggested Shikio that if we don't want to go ahead and fight these things, we could make up time with another session through the week, which could
yeah,
be problematic because we don't know
Yeah.
everyone's schedule.
that's,
But
that's
like, it was just an idea thrown out.
Well, let's all get in position to fight the Minotaur, so as soon as we start next week at least, or our next session, we will all be there and we won't have to like get in the long fuss of getting ready.
yeah, I was just going to
Oh,
make
yeah.
an excuse for Gideon's or Alamar's character to get stalked away, but if we're going to do something else, I'll take that idea and save it for something else.
Wait, are we actually fighting a Minotaur?
I don't know.
See, where's the danger point up here that everyone flipped the fuck out?
Stay where Bridget
Wait,
is.
why the fuck am I by
Bridget,
myself now? What happened? Where's everyone?
Get back here.
We're over
To
here.
the
Eddie.
left.
Hey, check his challenge rating real quick.
Minotaur. Minotaur's like a challenge rating 3.
Oh, we could
Yeah.
take it then.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not particularly very difficult. It's just like,
No, we got a Minotaur, probably a couple of Blink Dogs, because I don't think they've ever ran solo, as far as I've seen. An untold number of Durgar, Manticore, and Kobold enemies.
I would say, if you want to take on this first room, we could probably go through that.
I guess I'll be in the back because I'm not allowed to stand up there and inflict wounds. Even though I kill stuff so much faster than the rest of you.
Hey, you're
the-
you. You do what you think you need to do.
Yeah.
but so is this like a mock fight, like we're just having fun, or is this like an actual?
Both. So as you kind of approach this room, the lights around the room kind of, and you see this Minotaur standing between two Blink Dogs looking down the hallway. You all catch each other's glimpse and you kind of see each other, and it's like, who's going to make the first attack?
That wasn't
Yeah.
there before.
So with that, go ahead and roll initiative while I get the music.
Take my point
Please,
one.
someone roll higher than me. No, not the Minotaur. Bad. Bad Minotaur.
Why not? That's
Hey, I finally rolled decent in combat. I
I'm
was getting
rolling
screwed on
really
a lot of
good
those.
today.
So many 11s.
Look at all this. Look at it. 19 twice. I'm rolling good, guys. Alright, let's see what this looks like. Gideon, wow, you get to go first, though. So, as you get to this point, you see these Blink Dogs just kind of snarling, kind of crawling up towards you. Minotaur just kind of stomping his feet, looking at you as he's got his great axe hanging over his shoulder. What does Gideon want to do?
I'm counting squares and I can't make it to the Minotaur.
Let me do something before you move up too far. I'm gonna play with the dynamic lighting real quick. We're gonna block off this corridor so you don't see what's inside. Okay, you should not be able to see that, right?
I don't know what we're not supposed to be able to see. I haven't moved tokens around or anything yet.
Alright, go ahead and move. You're free to move. Like, you shouldn't be able to see... Damn it. Over here.
You're gonna have to be more specific with over here. It's all black past a certain radius.
Up there, northwest of the Minotaur. Alright, go ahead and... Let's go ahead and see how this pans out.
Let the bad ideas roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will put me there. And then I will take the dodge action
That sounds too safe.
Well, considering I can't get, in combat with anyone that will stick around, considering, fucking jumping, teleporting dogs.
Alright. Is that the end of your
Stay
move while they
again.
close in around you?
Yeah, I can't attack them before they move anyway, so.
True. I was just checking if you wanted to rage. Alright, so let's learn about Minotaurs in a heartbeat. If the Minotaur moves at least 10 feet straight forward to the target, then hits it with a gore attack on the same target, this creature must succeed a DC. Alright, so...
He had to move 10 feet, I was within 5.
Alright, let's see here. Does he get any multi?
Because if I could have had one more square, I could have gone to hit him.
The worst part about Minotaurs is they have advantage on every attack.
Yeah, at the start of its turn, Minotaur gain advantage on all melee attack rolls it makes during that turn. But attack rolls against it have advantage until the start of its next turn, which is reckless. So it's vice versa, then. 24 hits?
He dodged though, so it's a normal attack.
Oh yeah, so it's a normal attack. Good call, good call. And then we move to the blink dogs. Which are crappy attackers. 18 will hit.
Will not.
Will not? Oh, okay. That's right.
Lucky gauntlets.
You got lucky. Tazir, it's your turn as you see these two blinking dogs just trying to bite at Gideon and the Minotaur just missing as the dodging actions of Gideon kind of ducks in and out of the way of the giant axe that was coming at him.
Is there any bright light anywhere in this cavern right now?
Mm-mm. Not bright
No,
light.
okay.
It's more like torch lights all around, though.
Okay, I wanted it to not have bright light. So, Tazir is gonna step forward up to here. And you see him pull from his side like a sword hilt. With like just the hilt with like a jagged piece of metal. Like where the blade used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And you see his eyes flash red as dark energy comes from the hilt in the shape of a short sword. As he casts Shadow Blade. Then now as his action, he's gonna take aim at this blink dog here.
Uh-huh.
And he's gonna just use the hilt to try to slash at it, and you see the black blade of it just fly off and streak towards it.
Alright, go ahead and make that attack roll.
7.
It ducks and dodges underneath it.
Oh wait,
and-
no, 17 because I'm in dim light, so it's advantage.
How's that advantage?
It's the effect of Shadow Blade. If I make the attack while I'm in dim light or darkness, it's at advantage.
Can you attack a dim light or dark? Okay. Alright, let me check their AC real quick. Alright, go ahead and give me that beautiful damage.
13 damage.
One moment. Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Frickin' just Daryl can't take a hint.
Wait, were you able to hear all that?
Yeah, but
Mm.
it's
Discord
okay.
could. I don't know if
Like I unplugged.
Dream
my
could.
mic. Am I coming on the right mic?
Hmm?
Yeah, you sound fine.
I sound fine. I wonder. I don't know if I
Yeah,
was heard.
long.
Well,
was-
we did hear you from the other mic just now.
So that might have just changed on Discord. So OBS shouldn't have heard me. Hopefully
Yeah.
not. Yeah, Burke will tell me if you heard that conversation. I hope not. That's very unprofessional. But at any rate, oh, interruptions. I'm telling you. So you did your move. You managed to damage the blink dog, and we are. All right. Anything else for your turn?
Shaquille?
Oh wait, sorry,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
missed that for some reason.
Yeah, you're anything else for your turn before we pass?
Oh no,
on?
that's my bonus action and my action.
All right, just making sure. Marcus, what would you like to do?
I'm running up as far as I can get to here. And I'm just going to armor of Agathis myself before I get into this fight. So 10 temporary hit
All right,
points.
so that's your action.
That's it. That's all I can do.
Farnberg, your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm going to use my bonus action to wild shape
All right. What are you shaping
into
into?
my lion form.
Neat.
Let me just check something to make sure I'm going to be okay to do it. Okay, I'm gonna charge directly at this dude. And I'm going to pounce on it.
All right. Go ahead and make
So I
your.
claw attack.
– 14 will hit. What does it need to make a strength save?
Yeah, DC 13.
It fails.
So it's prone. And I'm also going to bite it.
That's a hit. Everybody's wanting to play with gifts now. What's up with that? So it's
How
total-
cute is the first one?
Very cute.
Your little growl at the end?
Kind of reminds me of
Alright,
that Lynx at
and
the
I'm-
beginning of your adventure. Alright, is that the end of your turn? This guy's prone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do a severe amount of damage to it. You pretty much took it down to half health almost. And it is now laying down at the ground with you gnawing at its neck. Bridget, what would you like to do?
I'm going to, taking my sickle, I'm going to flash a little bit, just a little nick on the side of on my cheek, and I'm going to cast Bane on all three of on both the wolves and the Minotaur. And so they have to make charisma saving throws against my 15 DC.
Let me put something here. Alright, so wisdom or charisma, sorry.
I'm actually going to move into range before I do that.
Yeah, I kind of figured you would. Go ahead, I'll let you have it. Wow, this guy's pretty ugly. Your DC is
15.
so 2
Only
pass,
one
1
of them
fail.
failed.
So what's
That dog is charismatic as fuck.
Yeah, they're cute as hell, man.
Yeah, these guys have so much charisma.
An attack roll or saving throw before
and
spelling, so the target must roll a d4. Okay, so they gotta subtract it. I'll let you pick which one.
Yeah, it's
One
like a
on the
reverse
ground?
blast.
Yeah. One on the ground or the one on the right of Gideon?
The one on the right. And then I'm going to, using my bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon against the guy that's prone on the ground.
And that's gotta be a hit.
That's a hit. That would be with advantage too because it's prone. Ooh, 13, that's vicious. Is this scythe, as I assume was your last spiritual weapon, or did you want to change it up?
Yeah, it's still my glaive, my scythe, I mean.
There you
Because
go.
I get them confused for some reason.
So yeah, your giant scythe comes out of the air with the spiritual weapon and just slashes down on this poor blink dog, and it looks bloody as hell now. Anything else for your turn there, Bridget?
That ends my turn.
Alright, Gideon. What would you like to do, sir?
So I'll pop a rage.
So you go into
And
a
I'm
rage?
gonna start squaring off with this big cow man in front of me because I'm the Minotaur. Fuck him.
You see your arch rival, the actual Minotaur. And the Minotaur attacks before your attack, Fred.
And I've got advantage because of his reckless, yeah?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Wow. Hold on a sec, let me check his AC. He's probably naked. No, his little fur cloak of whatever is kind of blocking out that damage as the hammer kind of bounces up against his chest and it just falls back off and he just rages. He's got this rage's eye look at him and it's like, that didn't hurt at all. Anything else for your turn?
No, I'm good.
Alright, so here's what's gonna happen. I need to check some measurements real quick. Okay, so measurements are done. So as this blink dog tries to snarl and get up, it takes a bite at you at disadvantage. Fernberg. It misses, but then it blinks out of existence. Gideon bites you. 20.
That'll miss.
What's your AC now?
With the gauntlets, the shield, and my stats, 21 base AC.
Where the hell did you get a shield?
I've always had a shield.
Yeah, you had it this entire time.
He has always had a shield.
Damn, this is the first I remember it.
I've literally always had a shield.
Well, the
Which
gauntlets magically... No. What's that?
Which blink dog is it?
Well, they're both disappearing because they are hurt. So they're both going to disappear. And only chat will know where they go. Unless you guys cheat. Alright.
Time to screenshot, boys.
The Minotaur just snarls and growls as he's like, stupid dogs. And then he's going to take a swing at good old Gideon. Reckless. That's not him. Get back on the right layer. Okay, Gideon. I'm tired of missing you. There's a 26 hit. That seems to be critical.
Yeah, he got the Christmas crit there.
There you go. Pissed me off again, Fred. No.
34, so that's
34.
17.
Slashing. Yeah, so this guy comes slashing down. Yeah, you're raging too, so that takes off half of it. And yeah, you managed to weld up a defense against him as your rage kind of softened the blow as it comes in. 21. I have to remember that. With that there, it comes down to Tazir. What would you like to do?
Tazir holds the hilt out in front of him, and you see the dark energy spark back up on it as he makes another slash towards the Minotaur this time.
Are you playing like a dark Legend of Zelda?
Sort of?
Alright, go ahead and show me that attack roll.
Oh, that's horrible.
Please tell me, is that a 1?
No, it's not. Don't get excited.
No,
Swear to God,
no,
hit
no,
me.
no. Hit him again, hit him again. Alright, so your blade goes plink, 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 somewhere into the shadows. And with that, anything else on your turn, or is that all you can do?
That's all I can do.
Alright, Marcus, it comes down to you. What do you want to do?
Alright. Ooh, I can do that. Alright, I'm maneuvering myself behind it. And I'm going to Booming Blade, just for the sake of Booming Blade. And I'm gonna swing at it with my flail. You know what? I'm gonna save that. I'm just gonna hit it with my flail.
You know, just
17.
to take an observation here, your Booming Blade has a casting time of 1 action.
Oh,
So-
the action, like the
But it
spell
doesn't-
is that I do a weapon attack.
Well, that seems shady as hell, though.
I mean, it says it's in the first sentence of the spell, so...
Yeah, but it says make a successful attack with the weapon. But, you know, it's... Oh,
Mhm.
whatever. 16 does look like it will hit, so give me that damage.
That's just... Yeah. Cool.
You sneak
Alright,
up behind
that's
it
it.
and slam it right in the back, and it just kind of snarls as it turns to look at you. However, it is
Alright.
Fernbird's turn.
Okay, I'm going to dash quickly to the side of the Minotaur, and then I'm going to charge in again. And I'm going to do the same thing as last time, the same combo. So a claw hit,
That's a hit.
so I need a strength check for this boy.
Well, he's pretty strong. Let's see what happens.
Not strong enough!
Yeah, so it would seem. Now I am rolling bad for these guys. So you managed to take this guy and knock him to the ground.
Yeah, so as I like smack him with my claw and knock him to the ground, I'm then gonna come in with a huge bite against his wrist that's holding the weapon. 18.
He kind of... Yeah, that'll hit.
I'm gonna hold down, I'm gonna grasp around his wrist.
And he will remember this. Bridget, it is your turn.
I'm going to... First, I swing with my scythe, doing my spiritual weapon attack
Alright.
for the turn,
That's a hit.
and for my... That's my bonus action. And then, for my main action, I with another flourish of my sickle, I whisper, allow us to usher you to the grave, and I channel divinity up to the grave, giving the next attack that successfully hits it vulnerability, so it like doubles.
Oh
That's my
boy,
turn.
this poor Minotaur. That's right, let's use all these abilities up now before we get to the big fight. Alright, so next attack is double damage. Gideon.
Can I get the crit? Let's find out.
Pretty darn close.
So that'll do it. 20.
Not bad. As you come swinging in with the hammer, the divinity that was channeled upon this poor Minotaur explodes as your hammer hits, and its dark ichor of energy just kind of sprays out but fades away before it could touch you and deals double damage on this blow. Feathers, black, just kind of fall around your feet as you watch your hammer hit this thing. The Minotaur gets up, and in his rage, his reckless rage, he attacks this guy. He going after the lion, try to bite his wrist. He'll show him.
Didn't try to, I actually did it.
He rolls
And that's
11.
a miss.
Yeah. Oh, he doesn't get anything like a multi-attack or anything. This guy sucks. Why'd you suggest him?
No, it's
Why'd you
no,
pick
he's actually
him?
like really devastating. It's just like he's supposed to charge at you, and then if he hits you, he does an absurd amount of damage because he gets an extra like 2d6 on his gore attack.
Mm-hmm.
So he could essentially one-shot any of us if he charged.
Yeah, but you guys got him kind of pinned in close and kept him to the ground, which gave him no way to move. So, Minotaur has finished his turn, and it's going to Tazir.
How beat up does he look right now?
Medium to well done.
Ah, okay. Tazir is gonna jump over here and try to send the he's gonna hold out his hilt again. Boom! Another black blade of shadow pops up, and he swings in a downward strike straight ahead of him.
Let's see that damage.
Only 6.
Only 6. And that's all you get. Oh, by the way,
Yep.
he's kneeling prone. So you managed to stab him with the blade, and he kind of doesn't seem to notice the pain. Matter of fact, I kind of wondered. No, it just says he gets a reckless attack. He doesn't get rage. How unfortunate.
I mean, it's psychic, so it wouldn't have been affected by the rage anyway.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking for everybody else's attack as well. It's like, why is he a
Oh.
barbarian too? That would be make him a little bit more interesting. Marcus, it is now up to you. What do you want to do?
Booming blade and then flail.
Mm-hmm.
14. 14 doesn't connect, right?
Correct me on how you... Oh, you got flank. Never mind. No, I do believe it does hit. That's it.
He's got flank, he's got reckless attack
Yep, that's true.
on the
Go for it.
Minotaur.
Whew, that's some rough damage right there, friend. As your
Yeah,
flail
I think
comes
that's the
in
most
and-
damage we've ever done.
That's not a good
Is that
thing,
max
friend.
damage for your flail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of damage, friend, for that. That is.
That's
As that
it.
flail finishes up, the Minotaur kind of turns away from the lion and stares at you, about ready to attack. However, it is Fernberg's turn. Fernberg, your turn.
Okay,
What would you like?
as he turns away from me, I'm gonna leap up at his throat.
Alright.
Just like kind of sort of like cling to his neck.
This is probably the most effective you've been in lion form. As you
Yeah, I know.
bite at him,
Yeah.
he takes the damage and he kind of shrugs you off as you take a good chunk of his neck, and he's kind of bleeding out profusely. He's like looking really angry and very hurt at this moment, and he stares at his adversaries. However, Bridget, you get to bring us home, it looks like. Or you can miss. We'll find out.
I'm going to take a swing with my spiritual weapon, and at the same time I'm going to cast Toll the Dead, which is a 15 Will save wisdom, please.
Alright, I'll go ahead and get that out of the way as you swing your spiritual weapon. Fails its save. So go ahead and roll that spiritual weapon damage, and then... Actually, I don't need you to roll any further. How would you like to do this?
I'm just going to be hitting with my scythe.
Scythe just comes spinning around and cuts halfway through his neck, and he just falls over dead as blood spills across the floor. The group victorious.
And then, like, oh, the essence of his soul is leached into the blade.
Very interesting. I'll take note of that.
I see the soul being sucked into it. I just slowly turn around and look at her with a cocked eyebrow.
For safekeeping.
Okay. And I slowly turn back around, maintaining eye contact as long as possible.
Very well. Alright, and with that, you guys managed to complete combat. And from here, we are going to slowly wind down. And we're going to pick this up next week as we debate how to go further on to deal with the Minotaur situation. Or not Minotaur, Manticore.
Manticore.
Them thingamajiggers. And I might have to up the fight a little bit. We'll figure it out. But yeah.
I mean, considering you burnt a shit ton of resources, and I don't think we're getting a long rest between now and then.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind too. But
How many rounds was that? Turns, I mean?
3? Or
3?
4.
Okay.
One of those.
alright. Well then, with that, I think we have
Cool.
one more order of business to take care of. If you're joining the stream now and you haven't followed yet, please follow. And if you would, type !raffle in Twitch chat and you will be entered in for a chance to win Dead Rising 4. I'm giving away this key that I got. So go ahead and get that done while you can. This game will pick up next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central. And then we will also attempt one more time this Saturday to see how zany, how crazy, how I'm going to kill these guys, because it's got to be done. I mean, I cannot deal with this Power Ranger fetish going on right now. It's got to end.
Heck, kid, you can't do anything.
I'm sorry.
You take on anything you can throw at us. Bring it on.
Yeah, see, all you guys are running overpowered bullshit that's gonna get my character killed.
No one cares about totals anyway.
That's when Darth Vader comes out and says, "Join us, Turtle. Join the dark side."
He's saying that because he played a turtle twice. And no one cared about it.
Everyone was mean. Everyone was mean to my total.
Oh, that's terrible, dude. We would have welcomed you here. Jeez.
Not only that, I am the
I
only
wasn't-
diplomat amongst a group of murdered fucking hobos.
Arias wasn't mean to Squibbit or Andy.
Alright,
They
so
had
let,
a really nice friendship.
alright, let me check out.
True.
Is there nobody else that wants to enter in for this raffle? I mean, I got 2 names, and I'm pretty sure one of you guys are going to win this.
So, I'll answer, whatever.
Yeah,
I
mean-
have too many games as it is.
well, it's definitely on me, folks. So, Dead Rising
What even
4,
is Dead Rising?
it's a zombie killing game. First person shooter, I think. I don't really care for them all that much. There's very few of them I actually like, but I'd definitely give away a good game too.
Yeah, like
Alright, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and last call for giveaway. Dead Rising 4. Anybody? Anybody? And
Thanks
with that,
very much for the session.
my
Yeah.
pleasure, my pleasure. And today's winner is Emberg, you lucky son of a bitch. You're not letting my players have a damn thing. Good for you, man. I'll go ahead and get that to you here shortly. You guys didn't want that, right? No worries about it. But,
I threw my name in the hat because didn't Emberk win the last one?
yeah, well, he won the one before. Like, I gave out another one after that, and now he can enter again. But he'll be out of the next one, so players, you'll have a chance next time, unless we get more viewers. But yeah, we'll pick this up Wednesday. Saturday we got a crazy session. Sunday's been going good. Last Sunday we were finally working our way out of Timor, yeah, or not Timor, but Citadel Kingdom to get back to Timor, and a lot of interesting stuff going on there. And then we'll pick back on this on Wednesday. So yeah, anything you guys want to cover before we head out? No? All right. With that.
I mean, I wanted to do like one roleplay thing, but it's too late for that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, we can pick it up first thing next Wednesday then. All right.
Yeah.
And then you guys can drive me crazy Saturday morning.
Right.
Till that, I'll be doing variety streaming off and on. Just kind of look for that if you're going to join our Discord. You know, just that way you can watch me goof off on some games. Definitely some commentary if anybody wants to jump in the room and chat with me. Otherwise, I will see you all in our next session. So, do you hear the calling?